Also, kursdan qoldirasizlar, qaysi hujjat asosida nima qilyapsizlar, qilyapsiz? Ha, 624 ha? 578 chi? Unga ham 204 GPA bu narsa yozganku. Uni faqat oktyabrdan o'tib ketdi, mana shu uchun tugatmaganmiz. Lekin misol uchun 13 sentyabr chiqqan bo'lsa ham 15 ga bo'lib chiqqan bo'lsa 824 ni asos qilasanmi? Chunki u kirmagan edi, to'g'rimi? To'g'ri. Tamam. Oktyabrdan keyin-da. Tamam. हाँ,
أكتب عندك أقول مخطوطة وتذكرت مثل فصل بيض معركة إيش عشان يطول
طب. Migram Pattoftam, von vamos Harura. Пятый пункт. Όλοι πάνε varfanın vazgeçtikleri, manfaatları vazgeçtikleri, dolarların bölgelikte uzlar kabul kılgan normatif olma hüccetlerini koy müddette ushparlığı муфлофлаштырсын. Это означает, что в течение 2 месяцев они должны согласовать этот кабул. Из-за этого отчисления, зачисления после 12-го еще по 578 не были приняты, да? Понимаешь, да? Да. Olsun blok yüklaka gidelim mi topa? Оптимальный перегиб, они оба включены. Можно и так, в принципе. Да, 824 правильно. Вот, найдем. Скажи мне, он сейчас заново юклака.
Okay.
Текст. Я все правильно, 824 мундитку. Пойди, просто они хлопчи варианты из лета. Не справился. Да. То есть он ждет от тебя еще раз, да? Ну, надо как-то. Ну, тогда. Ну, не надо. Ну, понимаю.
Names of candidates. The names of candidates. Well, this is, which one is for full time, which one is part time? Just seconds. This is full time. All others is full time. Yes. Just this one.
Вот этот текст right, да? На втором листе. Имис ответы, да? Правильно. Вот это план. Вот так.
The last one.
Саме канал університету, що може сказати університету. Магістр, так.
Investina Blasa.
А,
Certificado de escola, dos tatars que organizam, são que invista de job em Ferguson.
Це не говорить, My name is Peter John. Candidate for PhD and for self-scientific priority, or not priority discipline, and
Someone not yours programs? Someone not yours programs?
yok yazmayayım.
Well,
Yok,
İngiliz tilde okutsun.
abi İngilistan'dan
one day it's here.
Sizlerge ders bergen misiniz? Sizlerge ders bergen misiniz?
İstedikten sonra mi? Çabuk. İstedikten sonra pratik edelim. The first question is explain the common and distinctive features of the classical and administrative approaches in the history of management. I'll try to explain in English as much as I can, because I had no practice in English a long time ago, so in advance, I'm sorry. So from the historical point of view, the management was I should say, I should point out that the first management structures was created and pointed out in the French scientist Henri Fayol in the middle ages. And from the historical side, there were two distinction of management, like classical or scientific, and administrative. So there were many let's say it's let me tell firstly the differences from the scientific and the administrative. The scientific direction was based on the analytics and point out the weakness, highness, and on this basis it was created SWOT analysis, SWOT analysis. But administrative direction was based on the responsibilities, and there was the way I'm sorry. So ilmiy va ma'muriy yo'nalishlar tarixiy nazar soladigan bo'lsak, birinchi management yo'nalishi, dastlab management usullari atamalari fransuz olimi Henri Fayol tomonidan dastlab ilm fanga tadqiq etila boshlangan. Unda ikki yo'nalish, ilmiy va ma'muriy yo'nalishlar bo'linib olingan. Ya'ni ilmiy yo'nalishda ma'muriy yo'nalishda aynan javobgarlik taraflama bo'lingan bo'lsa, ya'ni aynan bo'limga yoki javobgarlik jihatidan taqsimot shu bo'lish orqali rivojlanishni mas'uliyatni taqsimlash orqali rivojlanishni tezlashtirish asos qilib olingan. Ya'ni qaysi bo'lim aynan qaysi yo'nalishga yoki aynan qaysi shaxs qaysi yo'nalishga javobgarlik bo'lishi uchun. Ilmiy tarafdan bu ilmiy tarafdan esa aynan tahlil qilish yo'li bilan rivojlanish, boshqaruv o'zining kamchiliklari, yutuqlari, nuqtalari, oqsaydigan nuqtalarini belgilab olingan.
İkinci savol.
Boshqaruv strukturasini belgilovchi omillar. Bir qancha omillar asosida boshqaruv strukturasi belgilanishi mumkin. Misol bilan aytadigan bo'lsak, tashkilot yoki boshqarilayotgan obyekt deylik, buning ko'lami, ya'ni hajmi, kattaligi va qanchalik qanchalik emas, qayerdaligi, ya'ni geografik xususiyatlari bularga omil bo'ladi. Misol uchun aytaylik, Osiyo mintaqasi o'zining Osiyoga xos mentaliteti yoki O'zbekiston bo'ladigan bo'lsa, o'zbek yoki turkiy xalqlar misolida oladigan bo'lsak, uning o'zini mentalitetidan kelib chiqqan holda uning menejment yo'nalishi Yevropadan to'g'ridan-to'g'ri taqlid asosida yoki ko'chirib boshqaruv tizimini aynan ko'chirib olish iloji yo'q. O'shaning uchun bu yerda moslashuvchan menejment qilishga majburmiz, chunki aytganimdek mentalitet va mintaqaning ta'siri o'zgaradi. Bundan tashqari ko'lami, ya'ni menejment boshqaruv strukturasida qanchalik katta bo'ladigan bo'lsa, shunchalik tarmoqlar iyerarxiyasi shunchalik uzun chuqurroq bo'lishi mumkin, ya'ni keng ko'lamli bo'lishi mumkin. Uchinchisi shu hajmi, ko'lami va kattalik, geografik va shu kabi omillar. Xodimlar baholashning attestatsiya va reyting usullarini taqqoslang. Attestatsiya va reyting usullari bu yagona umumiy bo'lgan nuqtasi bu xodimlarni doimiy nazorat, tekshiruv, ya'ni ularning ilmiy yoki salohiyatlari, qobiliyatlarini tekshiruv asosida. Tekshirish farqli nuqtalari bu attestatsiya usulida qanchadir muddatda bir marta, ya'ni xuddi bizada yiliga 2 marta imtihon bo'lganida, ya'ni talabalar uchun bu yerda ham har qanaqadir muddatda attestatsiya yoki test savollari orqali ularning bilim, malaka ko'nikmalarini belgilab oladi. Reyting usuli bu doimiy xodimni o'zini ustida ishlashga undaydigan reyting tizimi reyting usuli hisoblanadi. Chunki bunda davriylik bu aynan qanaqadir muddatda emas, davomiy kunlik bo'lishi mumkin, oylik bo'lishi mumkin. Davomiy ravishda kuzatib boriladi va KPI'ni key pointsiz uning doimiy amalga oshirayotgan ishlari, izlanishlari, o'z ustida ishlayotganligi yoki pasayish bo'layotganligini ko'rsatib turuvchi tizim, reyting tizimi. Qarorning tarkibiy unsurlari va qo'yiladigan boshqaruvchi qarorning tarkibiy unsurlari va unga qo'yiladigan asosiy talablar. Mana shuni ozgina tildan
Sizlar boshqa bersa boshqa.
Boshqa berasiz.
Mayli, bitta management bo'yicha
mustaqil ekan.
ilmiy tadqiqotni hozir qaysi bosqichidasiz?
Menda hozir rejalashtirish, ya'ni skelet tizimidaman. Hozir skeletini tuzib chiqdim. Rejalarni tugadi. Endi ichini to'ldirib, maqolalar ustida ishlashni boshlashim kerak.
Hali endi boshlanadi. Rahbar tanlagan? Rahbar tanlaganmi?
Yo'q. Menda hozircha ikki xil mavzu bor. Birinchisi turizmda logistika tizimining ahamiyati, ya'ni bunda aynan hozircha yo'nalishini tanlaganim yo'q. Xalq tizimi yoki ta'minot logistikaning o'rni tizimi yoki menda menejment, aynan mehmonxonalar boshqaruvini Yevropa standartlari, ya'ni global yondashuvni O'zbekistonga tatbiqi, imkoniyatlari va rejalar, kelajak.
Logistika deyapsiz, logistika iqtisodiyot sohalarining qaysi biri ixtisoslikka to'g'ri keladi?
Transport tizimi
ixtisoslik borda bizda.
Shifrlarda qaysi biriga to'g'ri keladi? Logistika. Mana menejment 13. Hozir aytgan narsangizda menejment ko'rilmadi-da.
Ya menda logistikani boshqaruvni logistikani boshqaruvni global darajaga olib chiqilishini turizmda xizmatlar sohasidagi o'rni mavzusida ketadida. Aynan logistikani o'zi emas, logistikani rivojlanishining turizm sohasida xizmatlarni ko'rsatishni rivojlantirishdagi ahamiyati haqida gap ketadi.
Chalkashib ketdingizda, xizmat ko'rsatishmi, logistikami, menejmentmi nimani siz tadqiqot qilmoqchisiz degan savol bo'lyapti. Siz uchta уже qarangda, bitta yo'lni tanlaydi odam, uchta yo'lni tanlamaydi odam. Tushunyapsizmi nima deganim?
Tushunyapman.
Mana lor desaga lor, qanaqa u vrach bo'ladi? Quloq emas, quloq, burun, tomoq bo'ladi. Bu bo'ladi. Lor vrach bo'laman desa. Lekin siz hozir lor vrach bo'laman deganingiz iqtisodga to'g'ri kelmayapti-da. Bizni hozir imtihonimizga qo'yishda. Iqtisodga to'g'ri keladi. Ham logistika, ham menejment qilmoqchiman, ham xizmat ko'rsatmoqchiman. Lekin bizni imtihonimizga to'g'ri kelmayapti. Bizni chunki imtihonimiz qaysi shifr bo'yicha hozir ketyapti? Menejment bo'yicha ketyapti.
Hujjatlarni topshirganda qanaqa maqolalarni yuklagansiz? Qaysi mavzu bo'yicha?
Menda asosan turizm yo'nalishida.
Uchta maqolani turizm yo'nalishida biriktirgan.
Bittasi logistika bo'yicha, qolgan ikkitasi turizm
Boshqaruvi boradi. Boshqaruvi bor. Lekin menejment bo'yicha o'qimagansiz.
yo'q.
Savol yo'q.
Yeah, I have two questions. First one is, as I know, you are not the first time apply the PhD project, right?
Olmadi.
So do you know why you failed the last time?
Speaking the last time, well, my preparation was not enough, was not good enough as I yeah, and then shortly speaking, it was my fail's main reason. Preparation was not good, and my public speaking abilities are not enough in order to include all my emotions. All my ideas to deliver in speaking. So it was my point of view.
Another question is, you used to teaching here, right? As a teacher here, you cannot speak English very well. I don't feel well.
And while you are teaching, while you're in the lecture, you will be the main person who is responsible to deliver the main point of the topic. But in the public speaking of my own ideas or answering from my point of view, it's a little bit gives me a little more pressure than in the lecture. So it is another. It's from the. It depends on the It depends from the purpose of the speaking. For me. I'm sorry for my English.
Manda ikkita savol borda. Aynan o'sha berilgan savollar bo'yicha berilgan javobingizni kelib chiqyapti. Birinchisi, shu O'zbekiston Respublikasida menejment maktablari borda hozir. Siz qaysi menejment maktabini bilasizmi? Namoyandalarda. Nima aytasiz? Menejment maktabi O'zbekistondagi hozirgi zamonaviy menejment maktabi ilmiy. Turizm ilmiy maktablari bor, statistika bo'yicha ilmiy maktablar bor. Endi hozir menejment bo'yicha ilmiy maktab.
Bu sohada men aynan qaysalarini ko'rsatib o'tishga zarurat yo'q deb o'ylayman, chunki har bir yo'nalishda o'zini maktabi hozirda eng zamonaviy yo'nalishlarda eng global ya'ni Yevropa yoki boshqa rivojlangan mamlakatlar tizimidan moslashuvchan qilib O'zbekistonga kiritilgan va bular bir-biridan farqi faqat yo'nalishi yoki aytaylik sohasi uchun bo'lyapti deb o'ylayman. Chunki bu yerda aynan bir keltirib o'tadigan qiymat yoki namoyandani
maktabining
Mayli bo'lmasa chet elliklardan qaysi maktablar bor masalan xorijda oldindan shakllangan qanaqa yo'nalish oqimlari bor menejmentning? Masalan kitoblari bor.
hozir Adil Fayolda aytdingizda. Adashmasam boshqa hech qanday.
Qaysi maktab asoschisi?
tarixan menejment yaratuvchisi yoki
Yo'q, yaratuvchi emas u. Yo'q, yaratuvchi emas u. Qaysi maktab namoyandasi? Andrey Fayol. U maktabning namoyanda asoschisida bitta maktab.
Shundan kelib chiqib savol beryapsiz.
Kim u qaysi yo'nalishni asoslagan menejmentda? Andrey Fayol. Asoschisi emas u, lekin bitta yo'nalishga asos solganda. Ilmiy yo'nalishlik boshqa u kishi.
Ikkita yana bitta savolim bor edi. Mana hozir siz o'sha reyting haqida gapirdingiz, attestatsiya gapirdingiz. Fikrlaringizni olamiz. Mana kamchiliklari bor, aniq ko'pdagi joylari bor, lekin bunga to'xtalmoqchi emasman. Hozirgi paytda o'sha respublikamizda amalga oshirayotgan juda bor. KPI deyiladi. Ishlar tizim qanaqa?
key point indexes tizimi
Boshqalardan qanaqa farq qiladi?
bunda har bir yo'nalish, har bir qilingan ish va har bir olinadigan natija va uning davriyligi alohida ko'rinadi desak bo'lsa kerak. Misol uchun aynan qaysi yo'nalishda u ko'proq ishlayapti, qaysi yo'nalishda oqsayapti va bu narsa doimiy ko'rinib turganligi uchun, ya'ni kun bay tizimda bo'lishi mumkin yoki qanaqadir bundan keyin uni oyma-oy tahlil qilish imkoniyati bo'lganligi sababli KPI tizim hozir joriy qilinyapti. Ya'ni undagi har bir mayda detal bo'lsin, kamchilik bo'lsin, aynan ko'rinyapti. Bu KPI tizimiga nimalarni olish, bu korxona tashkilotlarni o'zini ichki yoki ichki siyosatidan kelib chiqib olinyapti. Ya'ni o'quv tizimi bo'ladigan bo'lsa, unda har bir o'quv talabalar bilan ishlash yoki o'quvchilar bilan ishlash yo'nalishlari bo'lishi mumkin. Davlat tashkilotlari yoki korxona tashkilotlari sanoatlashgan tizimlarda bo'ladigan bo'lsa, u yerdagi har bir qilingan harakatning, ishining harakatning qanchalik natijaga olib keldi yoki qanchalik samaradorlikka erishishga xizmat qilishini ko'rsatib berayotganligi uchun hozirda eng ko'p qo'llanilayotgan tizimlardan bo'lyapti.
Oqlayaptimi o'zi?
Oqlayaptimi? Bu bo'yicha qanaqadir xulosa berishga men tayyor emasman deb o'ylayman, lekin bu sistema boshqalarga qaraganda hozircha mukammallikka yaqinroq deb o'ylayman. Chunki har bir harakat, yaxshi harakat yoki yomon tarafga ta'sir qilayotganiga qarab o'sha harakatni davom ettirish yoki to'xtatishni ko'rsatib beryapti. Menga shu tarafdan juda yoqqan.
Rahmat.
Masalan,
Ibragimovic bormi savollar?
meni keyin keldimda bilet savollarini bilmayman-da. Menejment bilan boshqaruv nima farqi bor deb o'ylaysiz? Boshqaruv deydi, menejment deydi. Nima farqi bor menejment bilan boshqaruv?
Boshqaruv bu tarixan shakllangan tushuncha, ya'ni boshqaruvchi va menejerlar bu alohida tushuncha sifatida hozir faqatgina ilmiy tarafdan farq qiladi. Ya'ni menejer bu lider bo'lishi kerak. boshqaruvchi menejer bo'lishi shart emas degan tushuncha asosida qatnashishi mumkin. Bu aytganimdek tarixdan boshqaruvchi, ya'ni boshliq, bu tarixan shakllangan tushuncha. Menejer esa bularni o'zaro farqini ilmiy asosda tushungan holda alohida ajratilgan tushuncha.
Yo'q, u boshqachada tarifi. Hay, mayli. Bo'ldi, yetarli.
Yetarli, rahmat. Tarifni qoldirib ketadi. Marhamat, agar talabgorlarimiz tayyor bo'lsa,
nariga beklar. Adashingiz. Assalomu alaykum. Bitta savolni berasiz. Savollar yozmagan?
Hozir bu kishi qarab javob bergan o'zim.
Hay, o'qib turamiz o'zimiz, ha?
Analizini qilgan.
Yo'q, savolni o'qiymiz.
O'qiymiz.
bekor o'qiling, qayerda o'qiyapsiz, ishlagansiz, yo'nalishingiz, iloji bo'lsa ingliz tilida.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alok Rizot. Studied marketing in the Institute of Economic and Service, and I graduated in 2018. My major was marketing tourism in terms of bachelor's degree. And in master degree that I graduated at the same university, the marketing, I applied this specialty. And then after graduating the university, I applied the university of provides 5 years in terms of the marketing courses. Courses.
Cool.
Bo'lmasa mana bering savolni o'zi.
Bekor,
So the question was, what's marketing? The object of the marketing. So when I started the last book, they published in 2023, and it was the authors of the Philip Kotler, and they say there are more than 1,000 descriptions of the marketing in the business theory. And so I'm going to the one, the marketing report is all promoting, selling, and distributing product and services in terms of satisfy the customer needs in wants. So everything starts with the needs in wants, satisfying the customer needs in wants. And then the Kotler says the marketing is a process. So to sell the product in any way to the customers. So because there in today's world, there is like stiff competition among them. So any companies that they are just using like different kinds of the marketing strategies for themselves. And the object of the marketing is the product, services, and promotion and distribution. And subject of the marketing is called like marketing firms, marketers, agencies, and advertising agencies. So the companies use like different strategies to implement their marketing strategies. I'm going to give some of the examples for this. First, I'm going to give the examples of the like local and the international companies. The local ones, like everyone knows about the Murad Buildings and the Jesco, right? Murad Buildings in the Jesco. The two companies are one of the most developed companies in our country. Jesco initially started their business to advertising the brand name only in the like TV show. It's called like right? So when they just like promoting the brand name, they always like to say that our collaboration was Jesco, our collaboration was Jesco. Everyone just remember the name of the Jesco. The Jesco initially allocated the $1 million for the promoting their brand identity, but they only like were producing only 2 or 3 types of products, and then like after like advertising just 1 year, they just made 20 million like the profit. They just first allocated $1 million, and total profit was $90 million. How they achieved this kind of like the situation? So initially they started to produce only like 2 or 3 products, Then they started to just produce more than 20 products, but nowadays they just like promote more than 20 products. How they achieve it in this success? So they only have like the 2 or 3 factories, but they are now selling like more than 20 brands. How? They're using the outsourcing services, the main element of the marketing, outsourcing services. And so when even the like small companies, like they just collaborate with the Jesco, they just collaborate with other companies in order to promote their brand identity. So some of the companies just started to produce for only Jesco brand. But before it was a totally different business. The next element and the next example, the Murad buildings. Everyone knows the Murad buildings. They like the build next one in our city. The Murad buildings, like describes himself, he's the developer. And can you assume that how many like workers in the trucks the Murad buildings might have? 100, 200, or the 1,000 workers. Initially, he didn't have any workers, any trucks, but he's building one of the most skyscrapers building in our country. How he achieved in this circumstance? So initially, they only just constructed the maquette, like the design of the building, and give the other companies for the outsource. The main job of the Murad buildings is to promote brand identity and selling and checking all the quality of the, for example, their room. And I'm going to give another example. So why I'm giving these examples for you guys, because you know to understand the overall marketing, like the process. And McDonald's, I'm going to give the example of McDonald's. So when the CEO of McDonald's was asked the question, what is your main job? And the CEO of McDonald's asked the questions from the students. What do I sell to the consumers?
Excuse me, sir. Savolingizni qaytadan
Marketing tushunchasini nazarda asoslanib.
Qisqaroq qilib aytib ketavering. Hamma savollarga qisqaroq javob beravering.
Second one.
Second one, the modern marketing concept, marketing zamanı konsepsiyonlar. There are 5 marketing concepts. First one is production concept. The second one is product, selling, marketing. The last one is societal marketing concept. And the first one is production concept. The production concept, companies mainly pay attention to mass quantity of their productions. They will mainly pay attention to sell more to consumers. The example of the production concept is the H&M. Do you know about this brand? H&M brands. H&M, Xiaomi, right? Redmi. They will sell mass quantities. They, for example, the competitors of the H&M and the Zara and Adidas and the Puma.
Excuse me, sir. Boshqalar ham bitta narsani eshitdim-da. Kecha men aytdim, bugun ham aytyapman. Bu yer ilmiy tadqiqotni ishini, imtihonni ixtisosligi bo'yicha kirish imtihoni. Bizlarga boshqa narsalarni aytib o'tirish shart emas. Bizlarga aniq savolga aniq javob, lo'nda qilib javob bersangizlar bo'ldi. Misol olib kelish umuman kerak emas bizga. Raqam bizga statistik ma'lumotlar tegishli kategoriya bo'yicha, tushuncha bo'yicha, mana shu tushunchani kategoriyasini yoritib bersangiz yetarli. Biz bu yerga falsafalar bo'yicha emas, dinshunoslik bo'yicha emas, balki boshqa fanlar bo'yicha imtihon olganimiz yo'q. Eshitildi hamma. Takror qilmaymiz. Uzr kechirasizlar, mana shu vaqtni olish bizga umuman kerak emas. Keyin bag'rimiz nimaga past chiqdi degan narsa ham mana shundan chiqadi. Kecha misol soat 9 ga chiqib ketdik-da. Bu bizlarda reglamentimiz bor. Savol berilgan savolga aniq statistik ma'lumot, kategoriya bo'lsa tushunchani kategoriyasi. Tamom. Ixtisoslik marketing bo'lsa marketing bo'yicha, management bo'lsa management bo'yicha. Iltimos sizlardan. Okay, continue.
There are 5 kinds of marketing concept. The production concept. In the production concept, companies mainly pay attention to mass productions. And the second one is the product concept. In the product concept, companies mainly pay attention to the quality and improving the features of their products. The next one is selling concept. Buyers never purchase any kinds of products until they are forced to do so. So this way, most companies organize the selling promotion campaigns. The next one is the marketing concept. And the marketing concept is mainly carried about the learning about needs and wants of the customers. After like their needs and wants are learned, the companies start to produce the exact product. The next one is societal marketing concept. In societal marketing concept, the companies care about both customers and the environment. There should be no harm to the environment, and they mainly care about the sustainability of their selling. So the next questions, the marketing planning and the steps of the marketing planning and implementing the information systems. So that was the third questions. Yeah. So the marketing planning starts with the gaining informations. It starts with like the marketing search. The marketing search is divided into primary and secondary research. So in the primary research, the researchers just get the primary main data from by taking some questionnaire, taking the questions, and the research may not be like learned at first. In the secondary research, they will get some of the information from the already published, like the resources, like newspaper, journals, or from the internet. And after that, learning about the marketing research, then the companies go to the STP analysis. STP analysis, it starts with segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Segmentation divided into 4 steps. The first one, demographic, geographic, psychographic, and behavioral segmentation. And the next one is the targeting. They, after like identifying their one of the segments, then they start to just grab one of the segments, and they will implement any marketing strategies by implementing targeting strategies. The targeting divides into 3 differentiated, undifferentiated, and micro marketing. The next one is positioning strategies. In positioning strategies, they will carry about to stimulate the brand identity in the consumer minds. The last step is stimulating the marketing mix. Marketing mix initially consists of the 4 P. It's called like product, price, place, and promotions. And they first identify what kind of product they need to sell to the consumers, and then they care about the pricing and then place where to sell their products. And the last one is promotion. What kind of ways to be implemented to for the consumers in order to purchase the product to mass market. The next one is the first questions, and the types of the competitors. There are 5 kinds of the competitions. The first one is price related. The second one is quality. The companies like become competitors with each other in terms of their products quality. The next one is the brand ones, and the services, and the communication based. And also in the last the book just suggests and was published in 2023 by Neil Armstrong, suggests there are 4 levels of the rivalry among the competitors. The first level, and second level, and the third level, and the fourth level competitions. And the first levels, the companies produce the same product, and they will offer that the same services and the same price. And the second level, they will just compete with the marketing tools. And the second level, they will just like compete with other companies, whether they're related in the same. They should be related in the same service. And the next one is to implementation of increasing the market competition. So the companies, in order to increase the competitions rivalry, the companies pay attention to the niche market first. Niche market, and the second one, they need to pay attention to the brand value. Brand value. The next one is integrated marketing communications. How to deliver their company switch to the consumers. It's called integrated marketing communications. And the last questions. The first question is marketing channels. There are two kinds of the marketing channels. The channels, the first one is marketing channels, and the supply channel management. The supply chain starts with the government, and then the government supplies after government supplies to the company, then the goes for the business suppliers, and then the company like gives their products to the warehouses. After the warehouses, the products are distributed through different channels. Then the products are delivered to the final customers. And the next one, marketing channels. There are three levels of the marketing channels. In the first level, the companies just sell their products to the consumers directly. And the second one, the company sells the wholesalers, and wholesalers sells the product to the customers. And this is a third level of the marketing channel. The company sells the product to the wholesalers, after that the retailers, then the customers. Yes.
Let me be less.
Can you give a brief introduction to your publications? First, the first question. And the second question is, can you compare with service marketing and the place marketing? Because you know that for the government, usually, especially for the tourism, is a place marketing.
Marketing, price marketing.
Place,
Yes.
Destination marketing. So what are the differences between service marketing and the place marketing? And okay.
So in terms, when it comes to talking about my publication, I published it like in work by the articles based on the Scopus. There were two publications in the Scopus and others like international journals and local journals. And the Scopus, the first like published with the help of the Anne Pedersen, doctors and implementing strategic and service to the companies. And the second one is analyzing the company's logo in terms of marketing strategies. So in the local papers like this, I analyze the marketing concepts of the Sun Antifilan and Jesco. And the service marketing, notice that the service is becoming the main priority in the marketing, because when the service is not delivered like a good, the marketing customer satisfaction becomes very difficult for them. So that's why the companies nowadays just collaborate with their customers in order to how to deliver their service. They just open the the special website to promote their products and how to giving the how to serving the good quality. They have like the special apps. Every company they will just like they have their special apps in order to how to sell their products and services as well, and then destination marketing. So nowadays, like the paying attention like in this basic services like main place has become very high, because we can tell how the destination marketing becomes very popular in terms of the service, in terms of offering the unique strategies for them. For example, when we are going to promote like the mountains, for example, in order to change to like resort areas to attract the customers, first of all, they should be they should offer some services. The service should be good enough, and also some of like the features, unique features of the products.
Can you list the top 5 journals in the field of marketing in the world?
In the world, the first one is the Harvard's marketing management journals. It's like the top priority. And the next one is it's in the Europe, in the France. It's like the economic journals, and we can like publish in the marketing, like the articles there. And the third one, so in the American, like it's called like destination and service marketing, destination and service marketing, the journals.
Most probably you don't know that.
Yeah,
You can search it on mobile phone. You can easily find it. If you do the PhD in this field, even you don't know the top journal in this field, I think it's a big challenge.
Men bir ikkita savollar bo'ldi. Biletimizni qarab, lekin javoblarga erishmadim. Bozorshunoslikni elementlarini ayting. Bozorshunoslikni elementlarini.
bozorshunoslik elementlar ko'rsamaydi.
Yozib qo'yganmiz.
Oldida turgan, mening oldimda turib. Ikkinchi savolga aytamizmi?
Beshinchi savol.
Tovar harakati tizimi keyin ularni uzoq uyg'unligi qanday ta'sir ko'rsatadi? Tovar harakati tizimi. Bozorshunoslik bozor infratuzilmasini rivojlanishiga qanday ta'sir ko'rsatadi?
Marketing nima o'zi?
Marketingda tarifi 2013 yilda chiqqan o'zbek digital marketing tarifida bu marketing sotishga, mahsulotlarni targ'ib qilishga qaratilgan harakatlar to'plami deyiladi. Marketingda 1000 dan ortiq tarif bor. Eng oxirgi berilgan tarifda aytyapti, marketing bu mahsulotlarni sotish uchun qaratilgan har qanday elementlar to'plami. Ya'ni xaridorlarning xaridorlarning
Hopsa, ikkinchi savol. Bu savolga javob yo'q.
nimaga?
Nimaga deganda savolga javob berish kerak-da. Marketing nima deganda, elementlar nima deganda javob berish kerak. Tushundingmi? Ikkinchi savol.
Marketingda elementlari 5 ta asosiy element bor.
Bunga savolga javob oldik biz. Endi ikkinchi savol. Iqtisodiy natija deyapti-da, obyekt va subyekt o'rtasida. Men ham eshitmadim. Qanaqa iqtisodiy natija bo'ladi obyekt va subyekt o'rtasida? Bozorda.
Savolni to'g'ri o'qisam bo'ladi. Savol. Prosta hozir bergan savolingizni bitta asosiy elementini olib gapiryapsiz. Obyekti, marketingni obyekti. Hozir hammasini javob berdim. Marketingni obyekti.
Bularga tushuncha bermadimmi? Hurmatli talabgorlar, 304-Vazirlar Mahkamasi qarori asosida imtihonimiz yozma va og'zaki shaklda o'tkaziladi. Yozma shaklda yozilgan savollarga javoblar va qo'shimcha savollar beriladi. Bu degani aynan shu savollar berilmaydi. Sizni ixtisoslik bo'yicha mana shu ixtisoslik menejment yoki marketing ixtisosligiga loyiqmi ushbu talabgor? Shu ixtisoslik bo'yicha shu talabgor hozirgi holatga ko'nikmaga egami mana shu fanni degan savollar tushadi. Tushunarlimi? Sizga ham shu tegishli. Menga savollar yo'q. Mana bunda savollar yo'q. Yo'q, ha? Rahmat sizga. Topşurasız ketasiz. Uch kat kaldı.
Tamam, yazma gelmesin. Ha, buyurun. Mikro?
Professor, Said Soda.
Var mı? Var.
Certain.
Yes, this one. She is, nima familiyangiz?
Said Soda.
Said Soda.
The second one.
Sayın
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Inggris Muslim. Birinchi bo'lib o'zim haqimda gapirsam. My name is Sayzoda Shahrukhan. I have graduated in bachelor's in this university, Silk International University of Tourism, and my major was marketing. After that, I have entered to master's degree. Of course, I have continued at this university, and my major was management. So, also I have practical experience in this sphere, particularly in tourism sphere, 4-year experience. I have worked as a sales manager at the Soto Samarkand Tourist Complex. And also, I have worked as a sales manager at two companies like Event Organization and Enjoy Flying. So for that reason, I wanted to continue my scientific performance this year. So my language proficiency. So my native language is Uzbek language. I also can talk in Russian and English. My level of proficiency is C1. I got IELTS certificate 7. Also at the bachelor's studies, I Suesi Hanyu, Warner Hanyu. Также китайском могу говорить. Базовые фразы. Так, если нет вопросов, то я продолжу ответить на эти вопросы. The first question is explain the essence of management through its main categories: organization, management, motivation, and control. First of all, I want to start with the definition of management. What is management? This is the efficiently allocating resources. So resources can be human resource, information resource, and financial resource in a proper way in order to reach organizational objectives and to reach its aims. So first, essential category is organization. That means that involves that organizations should include the structures without which cannot operate. For example, human resource, appropriate communication channels, department, division, financial and non-financial assets, and their documents, like it could be legal documents. It should be well organized and structured. The next is management, or in other words, commanding. So management is essential in order to allocate the task according to, for example, it could be according to hierarchy or according to the departments. And management is divided by levels. So this would be top level management, middle level management, and low level management. Top level is directions, board of directors, sales. Middle management is the top of the department. For example, manager of sales department, marketing, human resource department, head of human resources. For the low level management, we can say about the supervisors, etc. And next, also main category is motivation. Motivation is the instrument which pushes person to act and perform in order to meet both personal and organizational needs. So at this point, I would like to tell about the theories of motivation. For example, Maslow's theory of a hierarchy of needs, its pyramid. Outline of this is so person person should be motivated by their needs. For example, the constitutions of that is physiological needs, safety, love or belongings, esteem, and self-actualization. As an example, for example, a tour guide, just being tour guide is, for example, belongings. He belongs to guide associations, but being the best tour guide is self-actualization. Also, at this point, I would like to admit about Bloom's theory. The people believe that if people will effort more, this to better perform, and better perform is valuable, and he will expect the motivation at the point. So at the end, it's control. So the task should be controlled in order to get results. That could be controlled by external or internal audit, or that should be held in order to keep the quality of service in high level. And in this case, attestation is holding yearly or 2 times in a year, that in order to assess the qualification of specialists. Or rating system is applied in order to compare the skills of the staff. So the managers make these decisions in order to minimize cost, enhance their operations, train the staff if some lack of some professional qualifications, and make the strategic, tactical, or operational plans. So the second question is, describe the specific urgent tasks of management under conditions of economic reforms. So we know that the service sector, particularly tourism sphere, brings the great number of income to economy of Uzbekistan. For example, according to the decree of President of Uzbekistan, number 87, applied in 5th of May, he says that by the 2030 year, the should boost and the domestic tourism should be developed. And I should tell about the main tasks. First of all, the implementation of information technology management. In that case, e-visas applied, for example, ticketing systems has applied, online booking systems. Also, the government authorities found subsidies, investment, allocation management, and strategic plans also should be applied. Strategic plan is applying in the case of government because these plans are long-term plans. So the third question, why is it important to build internal and external communication channels in an organization? What is communication? Well, communication is a flow of information in order to make the sustainable development of the company. So for the internal, communication is essential in order to timely, reliable and accurate information flow. Make it like this. Internal communication is important, for example, in order to make customers loyal and local people aware of the information, local people engagement, and customer attention. And external communication is essential because information flow between departments should be made and complete the task properly and getting feedbacks. So from my experience, we have used like Outlook messengers and meetings as external communication. And its main point that information should be relevant, accurate, and valuable. The first question is explain the methods for determining the need for labor's resource when planning personnel. So for this task, human resource management is his task. First one is determination, organizational capacity. If the company is big, that means he needs more staff. The second is the division of department. So company could be divided into a lot of some departments like marketing department, human resource department, sales department, and according to this, the human resource will determine. And the quality of service or product, the human resource will make interviews or customer satisfaction rating according to this. If some lacks of in the system, so that management will determine if in the process of planning personnel. So this is the end of my answers. If you have extra questions, I would be happy to answer.
You are graduate from our universities,
Yes,
right?
both bachelor's and master's.
From in the tourism major. So,
My in the bachelor's, my major was marketing. In the master's, my major was management.
please list the top 3, in the field of tourism.
In the tourism,
Yeah.
innovations and technology, and the sustainable tourism development journal
No, I mean in the world.
in abroad. Unvetor, one second, and Unvetor journal of innovations, journal of sustainable ecotourism, sustainable development of ecotourism. I know that 2 main journals.
I think it's really a pity for our university. Even you don't know, you are master students, you don't know that the top journals in the field of tourism management in the world, especially such kind of tourism management, journal of travel research, journal of, and also of tourism research, journal of sustainable tourism, a lot of such kind of journal. I don't ask our student to publish, but at least you need to know the top journals. You must read such kind of journal papers. Otherwise, how can improve the quality of our students?
I'd like to learn more and investigate more, because mainly I highlighted my interest in the practical way. So I worked in the sphere.
Now, when you writing your master dissertation, you get your references.
Reference I get from the internet sites and journals also, and the statistics from UNESCO, state statistics, ICOMOS, from these sources. Mainly, I highlighted the Uzbekistan trend. For example, my approach was a bit not so broad. That's reason.
Okay, another question is right now, all over the world pay more attention to the digitalization and sustainability. How such kind of 2 big trends influence the management in our country, in Uzbekistan?
About digitalization, you mean, yes?
Yeah, digitalization and also sustainability.
Yes. So at this point, I'd like to highlight the UNESCO 43rd Assembly. So they have paid attention to AI implementation, so digitalization in tourism, especially in museum performance. So this management will make for more sustainable in the tourism sphere, because people will use these radio guides, and for example, they can paper waste would be reduced, because the tickets for entrance could be reduced, for example, or like brochures could be reduced, because it would be in an informational way, in the technological way.
Bir savol bor, bitta emas, ikkita savol bor. Management ixtisosligi bo'yicha, siz da'vogarsiz, talab bo'lsiz. Managementni o'zini xususiyatlari nimadan iborat?
Managementning asosiy xususiyatlari bu faollashtirish, motivatsiyalashtirish, buni kontrol qilish va boshqarish.
Yo'q. Sal boshqa tomonga ketdingiz. Fiyatlari so'rayapmiz-da. Mana birinchi savolga sizga aniq savol berilganda bizlarga management kategoriya orqali aytilyapti. Tashkilot boshqaruv motivatsiya nazorati. Boshqaruvga inson kapitalini nazorati qaysi prinsip bo'yicha amalga oshadi? Inson kapitalini nazorati.
Bu ko'pincha motivatsiyaga bog'liq.
Yo'q. Motivatsiya umuman boshqacha kategoriya.
Inson kapitali bu resurs hisoblanadi, bu organizatsiya.
Inson kapitali nima degani?
Человеческий капитал, человеческий фактор в бизнесе.
Вам на русском лучше задавать вопрос? Тогда так. В организациях есть свои принципы, да? Принципы управления человеческим капиталом, да? Вот когда идет подбор, допустим, кадров, да? Как можно контролировать человеческий капитал? Контролировать человеческий капитал. Можно ли вообще человеческий капитал контролировать?
Да, контролировать можно
Как?
тремя способами, оказывая влияние. Допустим, это может быть экономическое влияние, бонусами, поощрениями или же штрафами.
Вопрос был на засыпку, да? Человеческий капитал невозможно контролировать, а человеческие ресурсы можно контролировать.
Я вот спутала капитал и ресурсы.
Второй такой вопрос. Внутренние и внешние коммуникации, каналы коммуникации есть, да, в организации. Что подразумевается под внутренним каналом управления, а что подразумевается под внешним каналом управления? Как может менеджер в совокупности это все соединить?
Значит, коммуникация — это обмен информацией.
Не всегда. Не всегда обмен информацией.
Большинство случаев это обмен информацией, получение обратного ответа. Внешняя коммуникация — это общение с объектами извне. Это могут быть PR-компании, то есть public relationship. В этом участвуют рекламные кампании для того, чтобы сделать информацию или информацию о сервисе или продукте доступную для всех, для туристов, для потенциальных клиентов. А внешняя информация, обмен информацией — это когда департамент между департаментом или вышестоящие органы с подчиненными общаются. И менеджер в этом совокупности может это все управлять эффективно. Значит, в этом поможет такая информация, которая должна быть определенной, точной, своевременной и доступной.
Смотрите, да, то, что вы говорите, на обосновании каких-то методов, или это ваше мнение?
Это на основании того, что я читала.
Вы читали, что читали?
Читала и также от своего опыта. Например, я проходила стажировку в отделе маркетинга в туристическом комплексе «Укротсмаркан», и там проводились внешние коммуникации, значит, проводились пиар-компании. Допустим, готовили плов для того, чтобы привлечь туристов и также местных жителей для узнаваемости. И также внутренняя коммуникация. Менеджер, значит, делал тимбилдинги для сотрудников или же устраивал митинги.
Просто есть методы управления, да, методы управления, какой-нибудь метод управления знаете? человеческими Ашер, да? Ашер. А? Какой-нибудь метод знаете? Нет, да?
Не знаю, я могу просто не помнить сейчас.
Не знаете, да? Аллах, а?
One question from my side, and can you explain value chain? What does value chain mean? Which is one of the most principal elements in management.
Value chain. Value chain. That would be chains, interrelations between organizational structures.
Okay, take care.
Yeterli ya.
Sanat kendi tarafı.
Sayıda olacak.
Tafadhali bir.
Onlar böyle yaptı mı?
Bakalan politik sebagai filologi, magistratura,
Ablakova Parvina,
Yok.
number 4, professor number.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the question is the hierarchy, goals of the hierarchy, and the role of the goals hierarchy in management. The goals hierarchy, the first one is in the management goals hierarchy included the steps of goals and the category of goals, which is do one by one. And the first one, which goals is first one, and the second, which goals is the second one. And it's also related to the period of the goals, in how much period it goes done, it will be done, and how much period. For example, there are three types of the goals, which is done in the strategic, tactic, and the strategic, tactic, and the operational. The first one is a strategic goal, which will be done by from 3 years to 10 years, and the tactic is the done in a 1 year or 6 months. It is a very period which is done by in a urgent goals. For example, in a company, from September to December, all student numbers will be online, or in an operational goal. The operational goal is that it is done by one group, which is will be done in a year or in a 2 year, and it is a hierarchy of goals. And it's also related to the position of the goals, which is take very huge period, or it is easy done will be, for example, the hierarchy of goal is also related to the monthly period and the position of the goals also. For example, it is easy or it's complicated. Özbekçe'de yok. Yani fikrim Özbekçe'den okumak eskiden. Ikkinchi savol iqtisodiy usullarni qo'llanishi ustunligi nimada va ularning motivatsiya tizimi bilan bog'liqligi qanday? O'zi har bir kompaniya yoki korxona doirasida qaraydigan bo'lsak, xodimlarni boshqarishda iqtisodiy, ijtimoiy va ma'muriy usullar asosiy o'rin tutadi. Iqtisodiy usullar bilan boshqarish bu avvalo xodimlarni o'sha ishiga qarab, oylik har bir yoki yillik ishiga qarab ularni rag'batlantirish, motivatsiya berish yoki ularga bonus qo'shimcha aksiyalar yoki bonus qo'shimcha oyliklarni taqdim etish bu iqtisodiy usul, xodimlarni iqtisodiy usul bilan boshqarish hisoblanadi. Va ijtimoiy usul bu motivatsion usul hisoblanadi. Ya'ni motivatsiya, ya'ni xodimlarga qo'shimcha vakolat berish, ularni rag'batlantirish, mana bu majlislar yoki nimalarda ularga tashakkurnomalar aytish bu ijtimoiy xodimlarni ijtimoiy usullar bilan boshqarish hisoblanadi. Va bu iqtisodiy ijtimoiy usullar chambarchas bog'liq bir-biri bilan. Nimaiki iqtisodiy usullarda ularga qo'shimcha vakolatlar yoki oyliklarga qo'shimcha ustamalar beriladigan bo'lsa, ijtimoiyda esa ular shunchaki og'zaki rag'batlantirish orqali xodimlarni rag'batlantiradi va motivatsiya beradi. Aslida qaraganda iqtisodiy usul ham, ijtimoiy ma'muriy usul ham bu xodimlarni o'z ishiga bo'lgan undash, ruhlantirish kabi motivatsiya tizimi asosida olib boriladi. Ya'ni iqtisodiy usul bilan ijtimoiy usul chambarchas bog'liq. Ma'muriy usul esa bu oddiy hujjatlarda, ya'ni ularning ustamalarni chiqarilishi yoki ularga ortiqcha vakolatlar berilishi bu ma'muriy usul ko'pincha hujjatlarda olib boriladigan usul hisoblanadi.
Rahmat.
Uchinchisi esa rahbarlik uslublari. Avtoritar, demokratik va liberal rahbarlarni solishtiring. Rahbarlik uslublari. Har bir davlat yoki hukumat, korxonalar doirasida qaraydigan bo'lsak, har bir davlatning boshqaruv tizimi turli xil bo'ladi. Ya'ni bu avtoritar davlatlar, demokratik davlatlar va korxonalarda. Masalan, avtoritar korxonalarda bu
Avtoritar korxona bo'lmaydi.
Avtoritar rahbarlar deganda bu har bir o'sha korxonadagi har bir bo'lim bilan bo'limning fikri, ularning masalan rahbar qaror qabul qilishda bo'limlarning fikrini uncha inobatga olmaydi. Ko'pincha o'zi qaror beradi va shu qaror qanchadir muddat ichida bajarilishini ta'minlashni so'raydi. Demokratik rahbarlar esa bu demokratiya avvalambor xalq bilan ishlash degan ma'noni bildiradi va bu demokratik rahbarlar o'sha korxonadagi har bir bo'lim bilan maslahatlashadi. Biror qaror buyruq berishdan oldin yoki qaror qabul qilishdan oldin majlislarda yoki nimalarda xodimlarning fikri yoki bo'limlarning fikrini alohida inobatga oladi. Keyinchalik esa bu liberal rahbarlar esa ko'pincha har bir bo'limning o'zining erkinligini o'ziga qo'yib bergan bo'ladi va qaror qabul qilishda ham o'sha masalan biror bir bo'lim biror qarorga kelsa to'g'ridan to'g'ri rahbarga taklif beradi o'sha qarorni yoki erkinligi o'zida bo'ladi. Masalan har bir bo'limni menejeri ham boshqacha bo'ladi, o'zi boshqaruv uslubi ham boshqacha bo'ladi. Ya'ni o'zlariga qo'yib bergan ko'proq erkinlik bergan bo'ladi. To'rtinchisi strategik menejment, korxonaning uzoq muddatli rivojlanishdagi o'rni. Strategik menejment bu korxonalarda ma'lum bir maqsadga erishish uchun qo'yiladigan masalan muddat. Ya'ni strategik menejment bu biror bir maqsadga erishish uchun o'sha maqsadning muddati alohida inobatga olinadi. Masalan, strategik bu uzoq muddatli 3 yildan 5 yilgacha, 10 yilgacha bo'lishi mumkin. Va bu korxonani biror bir yutuqqa, natijaga erishishda alohida o'rin egallaydi. Chunki bu buncha yil muddat ichida bu o'sha ma'lum bir maqsadga alohida bir loyihaga ma'lum bir guruh tuziladi. Unga masalan moliya, marketing bo'limi yoki boshqa har bitta bo'limga alohida mutaxassis tayinlanadi va ma'lum yil ichida bu uzoq muddatli korxona rivoji uchun albatta yutuqni erishishga maqsad qilgan bo'ladi va yutuqqa erishadi. Ya'ni bu taktik bilan buning farqi o'sha strategik, taktik va optimal operatsion tizim mavjud bo'lib, ular taktik bu bir yilgacha endi shu maqsadning bajarilishiga, turiga qarab aniqlanadi. Operatsion tizim esa ma'lum bir shu tez qabul qilinadigan qarorlar bo'lsa yoki buyruq beriladigan bo'lsa, ma'lum bir maqsadning tez amalga oshirilishi uchun tuzilgan guruh hisoblanadi. Bu shu masalan bunga biz misol qilib O'zbekiston Respublikasi Prezidentining Shavkat Mirziyoyev Miromonovichning 2017-yildan 2021-yilgacha bo'lgan harakatlar strategiyasini ham misol qilib olishimiz mumkin. Ya'ni bu ham strategik tizimdagi nimaga misol bo'lib oladi.
Keyingiz. Bo'ldimi?
Rahmat. Professor, do you have a question?
Can you give a brief introduction your background, your bachelor, master background?
Background. My bachelor is in the philology of English in Samarkand State University, and my master degree, major is logistica. In the Silk Road University.
In all university, tourism, logistics.
Nimaga managementni tanladingiz?
Soham nimalar bo'lib kelishibdi. Men managementni shu logistika bilan turizmga masalan nima qilmadim, lekin managementga ham qiziqqanim uchun keyin logistika soha managementga ko'proq to'g'ri keldi va shu o'zi ilmiy ish qilmoqchi bo'lganim uchun ham managementni mavzu doirasida shuni tanladim.
Qanaqa mavzuda ish qilmoqchisiz? Logistika bilan managementni qanday bog'lamoqchisiz?
Logistika bilan managementni now I want to choose two themes, which is one is not related to logistics, only in management, and the second one is digital transforming in the logistics and digital management of digital transforming in logistics. First of all, my logistics dissertation is about green logistics, which is reduce the carbon dioxide and carbon gas emissions. That is why I related this topic into my PhD field, that in the management of the digital transforming in logistics. First, the second one is I also want to create also put the role of the women in the sustainable management in Uzbekistan. In these two fields, I choose for myself. After this, I also.
Rahmat, tushunarli. Yana kimda savollar bor, marhamat?
Can you list some research methods you have learned, especially the quantitative research method?
Research methods?
Yes.
Qualitative.
Yeah.
Cognitive.
Quantitative.
Cognitive?
Yes.
There are several number of research methods during my dissertation also I used. For example, there are survey, interview with students and also with tourists, also interview and test surveys, interviews and cognitive. I didn't use before cognitive assessment.
Rahmat. Marhamat.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Sara Shupatana. I graduated here. Bachelor was telemarketing and is management. I graduated my both major in this university.
Can you speak a bit louder?
Okay. I graduated this university, my bachelor and master also I graduated in this university. My bachelor was marketing and the master was management. May I speak in Uzbek because it's Uzbek language. Yes. Okay. Birinchi savol menejmentning asosiy tamoyillaridan hisobini bering va ularning boshqa samaradorligiga ta'sirini tushuntiring. Menejmentda besh tamoyil rejalashtirish, tashkil etish, muvofiqlashtirish, motivatsiya berish va nazorat qilish. Shu beshta tamoyil bor, ya'ni birinchisi bu rejalashtirish bo'lsa, shu aniq bir maqsadni rejalashtirish, uning muddatlarini aniqlash va qay tarzda ketishini rejalashtirish kerak. Ikkinchisi esa tashkil etish, ya'ni bo'limlar aro hamma narsani taqsimlash, ya'ni reyslar qanchaligini, vaqt qancha ketishini hammasini tashkil etish. Uchinchisi esa bu motivatsiya. Motivatsiya bu xodimlarni yaxshi ishlash uchun ruhlantirish. To'rtinchisi esa muvofiqlashtirish deganda bu ya'ni coordinating bo'limlar aro xodimlar aro aloqani yaxshilash, ya'ni ularning aloqasini nazorat qilib borish. Beshinchisi esa bu nazorat qilish, ya'ni berilgan topshiriqni, qo'yilgan maqsadni nazorat qilib borish, ya'ni menejer tomonidan nazorat qilib borish tushunadi. Endi bu boshqaruv samaradorligiga buni qanday ta'siri bor degan savolga kelsak agar, ya'ni ana shu quyidagi beshta tamoyil orqali bajarilsa, har qanday maqsadiga osonlikcha va resurslarni tejamkor holda erishish mumkin. Shuning uchun shu beshta tamoyilga amal qilib menejerlar korxona yoki tashkilotni boshqaradi. Ikkinchi savol boshqaruv tizimidagi axborot aloqalarga qo'yiladigan talablar va teskari aloqa zarurati nimada? Bu axborot deganda bu ya'ni bo'limlar aro yoki tashqi aloqa bo'lishi mumkin. Ya'ni kommunikatsiya aloqa asosan ikki turga bo'linadi. Bu tashqi aloqa va ichki aloqa. Tashqi aloqa bu turli xil kompaniyalar, investorlar, transmilliy kompaniyalar bilan qilinadigan aloqaga tashqi aloqa deyiladi. Ichki aloqa esa bu bo'limlar aro, xodimlar aro qilinadigan aloqaga ichki aloqa deyiladi. Ya'ni aloqaga qo'yiladigan asosiy talablar bu axborotga qo'yiladigan asosiy talablar bu axborotning aniqligi, ishonchliligi, eskirmaganligi va tushunarli bo'lishi. Ya'ni axborot agar aniq bo'lsa, u tushunarli tilda yozilgan, hech qanday ibro xatolarsiz yozilgan bo'lishi kerak va ishonchliligi. Axborot ishonchli manbadan olingan bo'lishi kerak va u tushunarli tilda yetkazilgan bo'lishi kerak. Va eskirmaganligi, uning muddati ham eskirmagan bo'lishi kerak. Ya'ni eskirmagan bo'lishi kerak. Teskari aloqa deganda shu berilgan topshiriqni bajarib bo'lganligi yoki qay tarzda ketayotgani haqida rahbarga, menejerga xabar berilsa, bu teskari aloqa hisoblanadi. Uchinchi savol xodimlarni baholashning maqsadi va natijalaridan foydalanish yo'llarini izohlang. Xodimlarni baholashning asosiy maqsadi ularni rag'batlantirish bo'lishi mumkin. Ya'ni rag'batlantirish ikki xil usulda bo'lishi mumkin. Bu moddiy va nomoddiy rag'batlantirish. Moddiy rag'batlantirishda bu turli xil mukofotlari, bonuslar bo'lishi mumkin. Ammo moddiy rag'batlantirishda esa xodimlarning lavozimini ko'tarish, qandaydir maqtovlar berish orqali bu nomoddiy hisoblanadi. Ya'ni buning asosiy maqsadi esa xodimlarni ruhlantirish, ya'ni ularning ruhlarini yanada ko'tarish, yaxshi ishlash uchun xizmat qiladi. Menejment turli sohalarga bo'linadi, ya'ni taktik menejment bor, biznes menejment, xalqaro menejment va xalqaro menejment, biznes menejmentlarga bo'linadi. Ya'ni xalqaro menejment boshqaruvda, ya'ni uni markazlashtirishdan nima foyda deganda, O'zbekiston bozor iqtisodiyotga o'tayotgan bir fanlarda turli xil xalqaro kompaniyalarning, organizatsiyalarning menejmentini o'zimizga, ya'ni tatbiq etsak agar, bu xususiy sektorning rivojlanishi uchun katta samara beradi va bozor iqtisodiyotiga, xalqaro bozor iqtisodiyotiga chiqishi uchun qiladi.
Xalqaro bozor iqtisodiyotiga deysizmi?
Xalqaro bozorga.
Bozor.
Ha.
Sizga qarshi. Bo'ldi tugadi?
Ehtimolli to'g'risida o'zim boshlab beraman. Birinchi javobingiz bo'yicha men savol bermoqchi edim. Biz bu yerda boshqaruv samaradorligi samaradorlikdan nima tushunadi? Samaradorlik qanday olamiz?
Yani samaradorlik deganda resurslarni oqilona foydalanish birinchisi, ya'ni resurslarni imkon qadar tejab foydalanish va moliyaviy ya'ni shu ketadigan pul xarajatlarni imkon qadar qisqartirish, ya'ni korxona samaradorligini oshiradi va shu tovar sifatini nazorat qilib, shu orqali korxona samaradorligini oshiradi, ya'ni ko'proq ularga moliyaviy tomondan daromad keladi. Samaradorlik shu ketayotgan reyslarning qimmatda ketayotgan pul mablag'lari, vaqti, ya'ni asosan uchta narsada vaqt, xarajat va resurslar orqali baholanadi.
Can you give a brief introduction to your research publications?
I published several journals. Currently, I am doing one research paper. I published it. I can publish my article about social media marketing in international journal, the management journal, which I attended the conference in Tashkent. Both international group are doing this one. And in last year, in December, no, in January, I published it in the local journals. The article named the topic of article how to improve employee motivation. It was my first article, and the second one is about the linguistic. It was about the Silk Road, how to influence the historical languages and Silk Road in Silk Road countries. It was in conference in our university, and the third article it was tourist arrivals, and the fourth one is the social media marketing in Uzbekistan.
Is there any some kind of scope or talk?
Yes, they will publish in 8th of December, which I attended the overall conference. They should publish in 8th of December, and it is the Q3 article.
Scope of
This, which I am publishing, it's the Scopes Journal. I cannot remember the name because of some kind of emotions.
Qanaqa jurnal? Qo'lchi.
Q3. Abroad konferensiyasiga tashkil etilganda hozir qayta to'plash ishlari olib borildi. Konferensiyadagi maqola, ya'ni social media marketing O'zbekistonda bittasi, ya'ni hamkorlikda publish qilyapmiz. U Green Finance O'zbekiston, u ham Q3 darajasida ham Scopes jurnalida accept qilingan reviewda
Kim bilan chiqarib?
Aladika, Nilufar Rahimova, Yusuf Bezer. Yana bittasi Yusuf Bezer bor.
Savollar bormi?
Savol, overall nechtasi vaqti, nechtasi maqolalar chiqqan. Nechtasi vaqt ro'yxatdagi jurnal? Hammasi.
Qaysi jurnal?
Marketing jurnali ham vaqtda, keyin bu yerda konferensiyada tashkil etilgan, mayda tashkil etilgan
Faqat vaqt ro'yxatdagi jurnal mahalliy, shuni sanab bering.
Shu marketing jurnalida bitta, keyin nimada iqtisodiyot servis instituti boshidagi jurnal, ya'ni jurnal o'shanda ikkitasi, qolganlari konferensiyaligi. Bittasi shu, ikkitasi international.
Savolim bor edi, mumkin bo'lsa. Ya'ni shuncha maqola chiqardim deyapsiz. Shu maqolalaringizda qanaqa metodikalardan foydalangansiz? Shu maqolalaringiz hammasi sizda hozirgi sohangiz management bilan taalluqlimi?
Bu turli xil nimalar, metodlardan foydalangan.
Aniqroq.
Bu so'rovnomalar, SPS programmasi orqali foydalangan. Asosan shu ikkita nimada.
Bu usul hisoblanadi, metod hisoblanmaydi.
Yo'q, Excel.
Bular usul,
Ha, sizlar.
metod boshqa narsa. Management sohasida nimani yozmoqchisiz? Masalan, mavzuingiz nomi nima bo'lmoqda?
Hozircha bir qarorga kelgan emas, hali research qilyapman, ya'ni agar qaysi mavzu tanlash.
Rahmat.
Rahmat. Marhamat, navbatdagi tavaffur.
Can I sit down?
Billing, this is
Hello, my name is Nimat Zoda. I have, my bachelor's degree was in management. My master's degree was in event management and tourism. And for the past 9 years, I have been doing my own business, and at the same time, now that I feel that my potential has been built in that area, I want to go into companies. So that's why I've decided to shift a little bit into academics and to contribute to academics in our country. Can I start with the questions? Right. My first question is competition strategies and how to make sure that these we use different reasons. I'm just going to be sometimes not clear with the questions because they were not full in English. So we had to translate it, so the translations might not be that great. So it says competition strategies and how to use resources and innovations to make sure that prices are reduced and the company runs successfully. That's how I translated from Uzbek. I mean, we translated from Uzbek. So the first thing I would like to say about competition is that usually competition is based on like pricing, based on demographics, and competition can be based on what people want, like what experience and that's what they want. But before I start with that, I would like to also describe the approach that I have to tourism. I believe that tourism is not a product, it doesn't have shelf life. And so tourism is not something that is stable, let's say in like, we cannot put a price tag on it and then have it, you know, the same all the time. It's based on emotions, it's based on the quality of service that we give to our customers and to the people who are buying our services. And so therefore, when it comes to competition, I believe that one of the best ways to be for companies, whether it be hotel chains, whether it be services or anything to remain competitive, is to use a great CRM system that is oriented in tourism. So what I mean by that is because tourism is mainly concentrates on people's emotions, we can use great CRM systems to make sure that we retain our previous customers, because CRM can be tailored and personalized. And so with the help of a good CRM system, we can make sure that we can send newsletters to our previous customers, offer automated discounts to them, or even like a greeting cards to repeat customers can be personalized through a CRM system. So therefore, I believe that in order to make sure that you can reduces the amount of money they spend in operations and administration, if they can use innovative CRM systems, they can do that. That was my first point. And next. I also believe, should I move on to the next question?
Yes.
Okay. My next question was cycle of goods. There are 4 cycles of goods. The first one is introduction, when a good is introduced into the market, whether it's a service or a good, because in our case, tourism is usually not a good, it's a service. And that's in its introduction level, what happens is that there can be 7 marketing strategies used in order to promote the service or the product. In this stage, we cannot expect financial gains a lot. However, in the second one, which is the improvement cycle, based on behavior, based on perception, we can make sure that, first of all, the product is financially viable now, and because the marketers get a clear picture of the preferences and what is happening with the product or the services, they can make sure that the product reaches the third cycle, which is its maximum potential. But however, when it reaches its maximum potential and its full capacity in sales, what happens is that then the product starts to lose its significance and importance, because customers then are always in search of something new. Like we said, tourism is to do with emotions, with experience, with exposure. And so in the third cycle, then the product starts to lose its capacity and popularity, and then it falls into disuse or dispopular. So it becomes dispopular among tourists or services. And I believe personally that in the third cycle, this is when the company needs to start in finding another product or a service or a niche so that they keep going in the market. Next one. Okay. The third one was market segmentation. And so the question says market strategies, which is divided into demographic, psychological, geographic, and how to use these to remain competitive. Well, I believe that in tourism, it is very important to know your segment. If you don't know your segment, then you cannot reach your target audience, and that can mean that companies lose a lot of time, money, efficiency, and popularity among the segment that they could have reached. So the segments can be divided into different ways. I'll just look at my notes, if that's okay. So demographic-wise, the segment can be divided into age, marital status, on income levels, which is very important in marketing, and the purpose of tourism. So there are people who are looking for adventure, there are people who are looking for culture and tradition, and there are people who are looking for like luxury and low expensive like tourism. So therefore, when a marketer knows their segment really well, then that is the key point on how to be more efficient, to stop wasting on ineffective marketing messages that might actually put people off. My next question that I will be able to answer to is brand loyalty and brand image. And this is the area that I want to actually, if accepted, research further, is brand image and positioning, because I believe that it is very important. It's one of the key factors that lack maybe in the Uzbek segment, because what's happening with in Uzbekistan is that the main areas that see interest are Bukhara, Samarkand, and Khiva. However, Uzbekistan has other potentials that are not yet, the brand image is not positioned right. So I would like to research into why that is taking place and what can be done to change that, because I would really, like as an entrepreneur and in an academic way, I would like to promote positioning Uzbekistan in like gastronomy and agro tourism, because I see a lot of potential having lived in Western countries and also having lived in Uzbekistan. I see that there is a lot of potential there, but maybe that area is not fully receiving sufficient analyzing and research into it. And by using models of like Japan in gastronomy, using Italy and France in gastronomy and agribusiness, I would like to promote that further in Uzbekistan, if I'm accepted. If not, I would also like to do it as an entrepreneur anyways. So the brand image, why is it important for tourism, is that based on the brand image, that's the customers, that's the segments that you'll be able to attract. For example, like a hotel chain or any business in tourism, if they position themselves as eco-friendly, then that means that they'll be able to attract a wide audience that are willing to pay whatever the price in order to be an environmentalist, because that can be quite fulfilling for people who are environmentalists. Or for hotel chains like Marriott and let's say Hilton, they're able to dictate and dominate the market with any price, usually any price, let's say, mainly because of the brand loyalty and the brand image that they have built. And so in order to position yourself correctly, and so this is the thing that I want to use in my research, is because I would like to position Uzbekistan as one of the best countries in Central Asia that can offer experience and exposure that cannot be offered in Western countries. Because Western countries nowadays are developed and globalizing so fast that it is unusual for teenagers and children to be exposed to village life in those Western countries. And so that's why I would like to position Uzbekistan as a place where both parents and children can be exposed to that lifestyle. And so that's why I believe that that area, positioning and branding, is something that lacks in Uzbekistan.
Can I ask a question? Thank you very much, Ozodeh Sabirovna. It's very special part that you have focused on developing in the main area for perspectives of developing of tourism sector in villages and something like organic farms. Maybe in the projects which children they have a participant like visitors in villages of Uzbekistan, because we know that of course we have a very special potential in historical place, but unfortunately we are not realize the main potential of tourism sector in villages. Okay, in this case I have a question. You have told about that we have a very good potential, but what's the main problems we have in this sector in organizing in organizing the procedures of tourism sector, with maybe it will be infrastructure or maybe cultural or maybe some points which will be focused in your work in dissertation.
Put your question, that's for you to finish, not to interrupt you. Thank you for your question.
Thanks.
This is the very reason why I chose marketing. Because I believe that the main area and the main reason why this area is not developed is because of poor positioning and brand image, like I said. So if this area of tourism needs to be developed, then first of all, what we need to work on is positioning it and into attracting those people who are going to be willing to come all the way to Uzbekistan to have that experience. So therefore, I chose marketing because I believe that that is the main reason why it is not developed. That is marketing. And so we need to research and see for ourselves and analyze what area of marketing is poor. So for example, if you even search agritourism or gastrotourism in Uzbekistan on search engines, you will have barely any information or anything that is offered. So that is the first strategy of marketing. That is search engine optimization. You have nothing on Google. That would be the first area I would develop. And then when you research into hotels and etc. in Uzbekistan, you also have nothing, no information on the fact that Uzbekistan offers these two areas. And I believe that these two areas can be combined, by the way. So therefore, I would first of all, work on the marketing strategies, because that's the area that we lack.
Thank you.
New media plays a very important role in marketing. How to use the Instagram or YouTube or TikTok or such kind of media to marketing tourism in Uzbekistan?
Okay. Yes, I do believe that social media plays a crucial role in promoting new areas and new destinations such as Uzbekistan, because for most Western countries, for Europe, Uzbekistan is considered to be a country that is not popular. And so one of the fastest ways, and I think one of the more potentially like viable ways to do that is through influencer marketing. Whether it be, popular influencers, whether it be like influencers gaining popularity, I believe that if they are able to, on their blogs, on their pages, promote Uzbekistan in this sphere, not as an historical place, but the fact that it can also offer something else other than history, then I think that we would be able to reach faster results.
Can I give some questions? Okay. So thank you, the easy candidate. So I have several questions to you. As you talked about segmentation, branding, positioning, and the targeting. So how segmentation, targeting, branding, and positioning works in the market strategies in gastro and agro, as you say, tourism or the sector? Can you tell me the how they may affect it? First question it is. And the second question for your last question, what's the differences between marketing and advertising, and as well the difference between sales and the pricing? They are the same or not?
That's overwhelming a lot of questions. Is it okay if we break them down?
Yeah, okay. It's up here from your side.
So your first question, I would need you to repeat some part of it because it included 4 parts. I would have to explain each one.
Okay, briefly.
But I
segmentation, branding,
okay,
targeting,
branding,
and positioning.
Okay, so if you don't know your segment, you cannot target an audience. You need to clearly know your segment. You need to know their age. You need to know who you are addressed, like who would be interested in your product. I mean, economically, socially, demographically, and etc. You need to know your segment. And if you can't really, if you have a very wide segment, then you would also have to make sure that you're expecting results not soon. So if we concentrate on, let's say, a narrower segment and we try to target to them, then through them, because we can get faster results, then we can attract, I think, other segments too. So if we clearly divide our segment and have plans like long-term strategies and short-term strategies, and let's say actively target one of our segments, then based on their experience, based on their social media posts, based on their customer experience, then others might also be interested in this area of tourism.
Combine with your project, gastro and agro.
Okay, gastro.
How it works.
All right, so the segment I would choose would be those who have very busy lifestyles and who live in urban areas, which means that they're not exposed to rural life. However, we can attract their memories of back in the days, maybe of how their parents or their grandparents used to live. And so in order to expose them to such, to bring back those memories, then we can attract them into Uzbekistan, where they'll be able to live, let's say, 10 to 14 days in rural area, doing the things that normally they would have done 50, 60 years ago back in their country, but is not something that they will do right now. And at the same time, offer some cultural, holiday at the same time. So it's like a win-win situation where you're getting lots of culture, but at the same time, you're going back and you're giving them memories. You're selling them memories, basically.
Okay. And next question. So I just confused for the sales and the pricing option according to your answer. Can you explain me briefly about the difference between marketing and advertising and the sales and the pricing as well?
Okay, marketing and advertising. Marketing includes whole campaign where you cannot rely on one type of advertisement. Advertisement is usually one type of advertisement that you only have running once, let's say. But marketing is a combination of different strategies and different things that a person needs to do to promote a service or an idea.
Sales and pricing?
Sales and pricing.
Same or not?
Of course not. Sales and pricing. Pricing is usually based on well, based on competitors, but in this case, I don't think we do have a lot of competitors, so we would have to be a little bit flexible with the pricing. Maybe flexible in terms of like looking at the pricing of neighboring countries or around the world, to have a clear idea of what would attract and what would appeal to people. Sales, well, my idea of sales is that sales usually depend on how well employees, I mean, those people who are selling, work. So if you're able to sell them memories, if you're able to sell them happiness, if you're able to sell them that relaxed atmosphere, that's when your sales will increase. So sales are connected to how competent the people who are selling are. So it's not the price, but the competence of the people who work and how interested they are into growing those sales.
Have you selected your topic? Yeah, because I really interested her answer.
Yeah.
My specialty is related to
Yes, I have.
gastronomy. That's why
Not
your
just
topic, the answer is really interested to me to attract it.
Yes,
For the new destination, like in the urban places, and giving more the information. And I just really want to know, have you selected your topic or not? And
have.
the same?
My topic is basically the combination of agro and gastrotourism into one, and to actually analyze why up until this moment, this area of tourism has not been developed, and what can be done to develop it and to integrate it, because like I said, I'm also partially an entrepreneur, and as an entrepreneur, I would like to develop this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
May I ask?
Yes.
So thank you very much for your answer on that, and I have a couple of questions for you. So if I answer correctly, your topic is related to tourism industry and is completely with marketing, yes?
Yes.
Okay, which one is most important? So if you are going to develop your topic on marketing or tourism, or maybe you want to mix both of them?
Thank you. Both, because without each component, I don't think that we'll be able to have any results. Because if we don't have the product, if we don't have the service, if we don't have nothing to like offer, in this case, offering them emotions on how to get back to, the time when they were with their grandparents and etc., gastro and agro, then there is no reason why to develop the marketing strategy for it. I mean, we've got this the specific area of tourism that we want to develop, which is not developed and underdeveloped, and a specific marketing strategy that is needed to develop this, because basically this is not a hotel stay, this is not an urban stay. This requires a whole new approach strategies, because you want to wake up this different side of people. You want to, this is like the Coca-Cola ad, where each Coca-Cola ad concentrates mainly on emotions, on family gatherings, and so that is why it is effective. And so if I want to attract people to be interested in this area of tourism, then I need to make sure that I can actually attract them using different methods. And so those methods cannot be used into attracting them into historical monuments. That's a different thing. Historical monuments and the area I want to develop are two different strategies and two different ways and two different approaches. So I will have to develop both at the same time.
Okay, my second question, have you already developed your topic? I mean, title of your PhD dissertation?
Not fully. I mean, I don't have the final topic for it, because I think that, like I said, I've been working as a teacher for the past 9 years, and I'm an entrepreneur too. So I know that as you work, sometimes you come across changes, and sometimes you have to make some changes into the name also. So I've got the idea, I've got the first name for it, but I think I will be able to finalize it, or to at least maybe keep one name after I do enough research into it.
Okay, just to give as an example, can you give us or not?
The name?
Yes.
Yeah, analyzing the, it was basically analyzing what lacks, the marketing strategies of agro and Gastro business, tourism, yes. Analyzing the marketing strategy of agro and gastro tourism.
Okay, and my last question.
Okay.
So how many publications do you have? And are they related to marketing?
No, unfortunately. The publications that I have are not, I don't have a lot, because most of part of my professional life, I have dedicated to teaching and to developing. And like I said, I want to transition into academics. So I'm going to be very humble with my answer. I don't have a lot of publications because I am transitioning into academic life right now. So that's why I can't boast.
But
with
still
my-
you published before applying, yes?
Yes. Without that, I wouldn't have been accepted, I think.
Oh, yes. Okay, thank you very much for your answers.
So.
Hop. Birinchi savoldan raqobat to'g'risida qonunning nechta bobi, nechta bandi va vazifalarini aytib bersangiz.
Raqobat.
To'g'risidagi qonun.
Lekin teorisini bilmayman.
Bu savolga javob yo'q.
Yo'q.
Keyingi savoldan. Brend degan tushuncha bor, ha? Shu brendni iqtisodiy kategoriyasini aytib bersangiz.
Nechta kategoriyasi bor?
Nechta emas, o'zi bitta iqtisodiy kategoriyasi.
Istoriya brendi.
Brend kategoriya nima degani? Iqtisodiy kategoriya.
Это я тоже.
Keyingi savolga javob bersangiz. Segmentlashtirishni, demografik segmentlashtirishni o'zini xususiyatini aytib bersangiz.
Можно вопрос вот этот на русском, потому что...
Сегментация, да? Сегментация, демографическая сегментация. Обоснуйте,
На что делится?
обоснуйте не принципы, а задачи демографической сегментации.
So, у меня с узбекским и русским языками не учат, поэтому я постараюсь. Даже ответ, возможно, будет грамматически неправильный. Демографическая сегментация – это когда мы делим людей, живущих в одном городе или место, на возраст, на income, доход.
Задачи.
Ну это чтобы правильно определить свой target audience и правильно принимать решения, смотря на...
Задачи. Какие задачи у демографической сегментации?
Смотря на эти сегменты, чтобы принимать решения.
Следующий вопрос. Есть жизненный цикл товара, да? Какой жизненный цикл товара, на какие, как сказать? Стадии, да.
4 стадии. И на какие стадии что происходит?
Какие стадии? Вот 4 стадии.
Introduction, development, reaching its maximum potential, and then it declines.
Жизненный цикл товара.
Да?
Вот товар, да? Ну, сказать, ноутбук. Вот жизненный цикл товара обозначить.
Жизненный цикл товара в использовании или в маркетинге?
Вообще один жизненный цикл товара.
Это когда мы продвигаем товар, потом он достигает своего...
Нет.
В смысле нет?
Жизненный цикл товара.
Ну вот, внедрение. So, introduction, yes. Потом использование, то есть максимально сделать так, чтобы продажи увеличивались, потом у него продажи держатся и достигают свой максимум capacity, а потом он теряет свою способность на
Смотрите, да, товар, введение идет, потом идет развитие, да, потом насыщение идет. Потом что в конце получается?
Decline.
Что это?
Это когда уменьшается спрос.
Вот. Теперь вот эти 4 цикла, в каком эффективном обозначении можно их обозначить?
Так.
В экономических категориях. Можете?
В экономических категориях я могу. Первый, внедрение, можно не ожидать от него прибыли. Второй,
Как это? Мы профилософствовали тут, послушали вас, да? А в экономическом языке как это обозначивается?
Экономическом не смогу объяснить, потому что... я
Спасибо.
не-
И последний вопрос. Все-таки возвращаемся к истории конкурентоспособности, да, рынка. Вот конкурентоспособность, как он дифференцируется?
Конкурентоспособность как дифференцируется в каком смысле?
В прямом смысле?
Окей. А вы можете задать этот вопрос на английском? Потому что
Нет, не смогу.
не смогу.
Спасибо за ответ.
Chatavorlar tomadi.
Bo'ldi,
Rahmat. Yetarli.
Have a good day.
Harakat qiling. Harakat qiling. No. No.
Bu kishi gapirolmaydi manimcha. Juda yomon his qiladi keyin o'zi o'zini. Hozirgi holati yaxshi emas, bundan-da yomonlashadi-da. Asmangiz bormi? Gapirmang unaqa. Hayajonlanganingizdan bo'lyapti. You're at hospital now and you're still in the hospital and you're come for just Toz nima qilsak bo'ladi bu kishini? Asmalari bor ekan, hozir больницадан chiqib kelayotgan ekanlar. She has a problem with she's health.
Lekin baribir
One minute. Meditsinada.
kerak edi-da, tushunib turibmiz, lekin qanday sharoitda qilishni bilmaymiz.
Sharflar kim?
Kunduzlar driving so.
Sakkizinchilar.
Number 8. Number 8. Har kim yozma shakldagilarni
Bizga yana bir ozroq vaqt beraylik, bir 10 minutni o'tirib oxirgi baringizda yozing, shu yozmash bo'yicha tekshiramiz. Yo'q, boshqa kimga qilolmaymiz, u nizomga mumkin emas-da.
hozir spokойно bo'lib oling.
Bo'yicha biz natijani уже imkoniyat
Siz asabiylashmasdan, spokойно o'tirib, sizga hozir ustozlar imkoniyat beryaptilar, o'tirib yozasiz deyaptilar. Qo'shimcha agar ruxsat bersalar, ruxsat beryaptilar.
Savol javob vaqtini siz yozma qilib yana undiring. Lekin unga alohida boshqa kun berilmaydi. Mana masalan, birinchi test bo'ladi, testni ham kasal bo'lsangiz u kiymadiga hisoblanib ketadi. Shuning uchun sizga mayli qo'shimcha imkoniyatdan ham siz yozgan narsangizni mana savol javob vaqtidan foydalanib to'ldirasiz. Qancha vaqt bersak bo'ladi?
20 minut
20 minut beramiz.
Gacha o'zlariga
Fikrlaringizni ta'minlab, yozing.
imkoniyat beramiz.
Boshqa kun mumkin emas.
Talabgor marhamat.
ularga ustuvorlik beriladi, chunki kech bo'lyapti-da.
Malik Hakim.
Nafas buzilib qolishi bo'ladi, keyin odat yomon qilish. Mumkin emasmi qilish?
Hikmat va Malika, bakalavr inglez, adabiyoti, magister bu turizm o'zimizda logistika fakultetida o'qiganman. Hozirda ishlayman xalqaro texnikumda xalqaro bo'limda marketing bo'yicha menejer lavozimida.
First number. First. Number 1.
E'lon bergan bo'yicha siz bor deysiz. Juda yaxshi. Xalqaro programmalar bo'yicha.
Ha, xalqaro bo'lganda
Misol,
marketing bo'yicha men
integralashdan qilgan.
Просто katta rahmat sizga.
ha ishlayapman. Ularning xizmatlari bo'yicha yuqori o'rtak taqsimotlanishdi va ularning vazifalari farqlaydi. Managerlar o'zlarining xizmat vazifalari va manshablariga ko'ra asosan uchta pog'onaga bo'linadi. Ular birinchisi yuqori direktorlar, ya'ni direktorlar, keyin direktor o'rinbosarlari va bo'lim boshliqlari kiradi va ularning asosiy vazifasi ular qaror qabul qiladi va bizni ijrosini o'zidan keyingi quyi pog'onalarga topshiradi. Quyi pog'onalarga bu kafedra mudirlari, keyin yana kafedra mudirlari, o'sha masalan marketing bo'limi boshlig'i yoki o'sha kadrlar bo'limi boshliqlari kiradi. Ular o'sha qarorlarni ijrosini ta'minlaydi. Undan keyingi quyi pog'onada esa quyi pog'onada bu So, the first question about the level of managers. There are three levels of managers in management. The first one is high level. In high level, it's directors or head of department. The middle level. In the middle level is the head of HR, head of marketing. And they mostly do let's say the high level of managers. The last one is low part. This is mainly supervisors, masters. They do what they the job İşte, ikinci savol nazorat qo'mitasining mohiyati va teskari aloqa zaruratini tushuntiring. Ko'p nazorat bilamiz, bu umuman olganda boshqarishda beshta muhim tamoyillardan biri bu nazorat, ya'ni o'zi boshqarishning beshta tamoyili bu tashkil qilish, rejalashtirish, muvofiqlashtirish, nazorat qilish va tekshirish. O'sha nazorat qilish ham muhim omillarning bittasi hisoblanadi. Nazorat qilishda o'sha kamchiliklar bartaraf etiladi, xatoliklar topiladi, o'sha qarorlarda aytib o'tilgan ya'ni bandlar yoki qoldirib ketilgan nimalar hisoblanadi va teskari aloqa bu o'sha bo'lim boshliqlari yoki umuman jamoa xodimlarining o'sha aytilgan qaror yoki topshiriq bo'yicha qayta aloqaga chiqishi, ya'ni o'zlarining takliflarini bildirishi, o'zlarining fikrlarini o'sha qaror bo'yicha e'lon qilishlari bu teskari aloqa hisoblanadi. Endi resurslardan uchinchi savol. Resurslardan foydalanish darajasi vaqt, xarajat va natija o'rtasidagi bog'liqlikni misol bilan izohlang. Endi resurslardan oqilona foydalanish bu albatta juda ham muhim, ayniqsa ishlab chiqarish jarayonida. Endi misol keltiradigan bo'lsam, misol uchun bir korxona katta bir miqdorda buyurtma oldi ishlab chiqarishga. Endi resurslarga nimalar kiradi? Resurslar bu inson resurslari, texnikalar ham resurslarga kiradi. O'sha ishlab chiqarishga kerakli bo'lgan mahsulotlar, bular hammasi resurslar hisoblanadi. Va agarda o'sha resurslardan bittasida qandaydir kamchilik yoki uzilish bo'lsa, bu albatta vaqtga ta'sir qiladi. Ya'ni buyurtma kechikadi. Natijada esa xarajat ko'payadi. Masalan, agar buyurtma kechiksa, o'sha buyurtmachi balkim qo'shimcha narsalar talab qilishi mumkin. Yana o'sha masalan, agar biron nima buzilib qolsa, uni tuzatishga ya'ni qo'shimcha xarajat talab qilinadi. Undan tashqari esa bu natijaga albatta katta ta'sir qiladi, ya'ni o'sha mahsulot kechikadi. Ya'ni logistikaga ham ta'sir qiladi. Shuning uchun ham bular bir-biriga juda ham bog'liq narsa, bir-biridan zanjirli bog'langan. Agar bittasida xatolik kelsa, albatta bu natijaga katta ta'sir qiladi. Shuning uchun ham bular bir-biriga bog'liq. Boshqaruv qarorlari sifatini baholash mezonlarini bayon eting. Boshqaruv qarorlari asosan maqsadli qarorlar bo'ladi, ya'ni
ularning qanday sifatlari bo'lishi mumkin? Boshqaruv qarorlari eng birinchi navbatda qonunchilikka to'g'ri kelishi kerak, ular maqsadli bo'lishi kerak, resurslarning oqilona foydalanishga asoslangan bo'lishi kerak va shu narsa bor boshqaruv qarorlarida shu asosda tuziladi. Bu plan, do, act, check degan o'zini nimalari bor, qoidalari bor. Ya'ni plan birinchi boshqaruv qarorlari Yeah, plan, do, act, check. Birinchisi plan, ya'ni birinchi rejalashtirish kerak. O'sha resurslardan iloji boricha resurslardan oqilona foydalanib, xarajatlarni kamaytirib, yaxshiroq natijaga erishish uchun bu bajarish, act esa harakatlanish jarayoni, undagi kamchiliklarni aniqlash va check va oxirida o'sha natijani tekshirish, jarayonni qanday borganligini tekshirish hisoblanadi. Keyin qarorlar albatta adolatli, tenglik, muvofiqlik asosida qabul qilinishi kerak. Ya'ni o'sha korxonada, umuman korxonada o'sha jamoada kelishmovchilik kelib chiqmasligi uchun ham.
Marhamat, shunda savollar bo'lsa, professor, you have a question?
No, because I don't understand it. What is your background? Your bachelor, master, and
I graduated Samarkand State Tourism Languages Institute.
In English.
Yeah, in English. It's my English teacher. My background was in bachelor, but masters I studied here in Silk Road University in logistics specialty.
what is your job right now?
No, nowadays I'm working as a manager of marketing in international part of technical. It's a like secondary school.
Is it school?
Yeah, if we translate this, technical. Yeah.
Yes.
Manager of
So how about your publications?
publication.
Yeah.
There are 4 publications. I have 2 articles and 2 theses according to the reference. So 3 of my publications about in management and HR, about HR, innovation management, and the role of innovation management in HR and in economy and in the in management of sphere economy. In the future, I want to do research work in innovation management, as nowadays it is the one we know with now technology century and everything is being automatically by technology. Therefore, I want to stop innovation management.
Can you tell us some differences between the how to say that the profit seeking organization and some non-profit organization?
Profit?
Yeah, the management. What are the differences?
Between
For example, the school and or a company. The management. What are the main differences?
the difference between these 2 school and company.
Yeah. Yes.
So
In case profit and non-profit.
Yes.
But it's a profit or non-profit.
So, in schools, the director manage and their object is students. Their object is students, and if they graduated with high results, this school, it means their profit is the good students. I mean, the profit of schools is good students, but in profit of company, it depends. Maybe it may be any kind of program, any kind of product. It depends. Okay.
Our dates are given. Nazurat nazorat nima ekan bu? 5 ta tamoyil bor deymiz. Boshqaruv nazorat ta'minot qiladimi?
Ha, 5 ta asosiy tamoyillar bor. Biri
Tamoyil emasda u funksiyada. Tamoyil bilan adashtryapsiz-da siz.
yo'q,
Tamoyil boshqa narsa.
Ha, uzr.
Teskari aloqa nima degani?
Teskari aloqa o'sha qaror qilingan qarorlar, ya'ni berilgan topshiriqqa asosan o'sha ya'ni takliflar kiritish, jamoaning, ishchilarning taklif kiritishi, masalan, har bir korxonada bo'ladi, u maxsus masalan guruhlar, masalan, menejment bo'limi yoki HR bo'limi, o'sha bo'limlarni o'sha qarorlarga asosan o'zining taklif talablarini kiritish aloqa.
Yo'q, o'zi teskari aloqa bu boya bajarilgan topshiriqni qanday bajarsak, tushunsa shu teskari aloqa kerak. Keyin boshqaruv qarorlar mezonlari deyapsiz. Boshqaruv qaror deganda ta'rifni ham bermadingiz-da, mezonlarni ham bermadingiz. To'g'ri. Qanaqa mezon? Mezonlar kriteriy degani-da. Boshqaruv qarorlar. Boshqaruv qaror nima degani?
O'sha korxonani boshqarish bo'yicha beriladigan qarorlar, ya'ni xodimlarni boshqarish asosida beriladigan, boshqarish uchun qabul qilinadigan qarorlar.
Va PDCA dedingiz, kim ishlab chiqqan? Uni boshqaruv qaroriga emas, boshqaruv sikli deb bergan kim muallifi shu? Siklning kim taklif qilgan? PDCAni kim taklif qilgan? Muallif kim? Lekin uncha boshqaruv qarorlar, mezonlarni uncha aloqasi.
Hozir aytaylik-ku.
Kim buni anasi muallif o'zi. Bu meni boshqa savol yo'q.
Menda savol bor. Mana boshqaruv qarorlari haqida aytdingiz. Umuman qarorni tarkibiy qismi nimalardan iborat bo'ladi? Qaror qilindi deydi-ku. Va 2, 3, 4, 5 ta tarkibiy qismdan iborat bo'ladi-da. Qarorlar. Ya, o'sha tarkibiy qismdan aytasiz.
Qarorning tarkibiy qismlari.
Chunki o'sha joyi muhimda. Mana siz qaror yozganda o'sha narsani kiritishingiz shart. Ko'pchilik emas, umuman qarorlarni ishchilarni ko'rib qolamiz. Kamchiliklari bo'ladi-da, natijada bu kamchilik bo'lsa feedback haqida ketadi. Qayta aloqa juda yomon bo'ladi. Mana men sizga bittasi aytaman. Har qanday qarorda ijroning so'nggi muddati, deadline bo'lishi shart. Tushundingizmi? Qaror qilinganda deadline ko'rsatiladi. Va yana bitta muhim jihati, kim ijro etadi degan savolga javob bo'lishi kerak. Chunki bu deysiz, kim bajarishi kerak degan savol turadi-da. O'sha qarorda tarkibida o'sha narsa bo'lishi shart. Va yana bitta elementi nima deyman? Bu imенно o'sha shirkat tilida ham va buni ichidagi funksiyasi bor edi-ku. Qaysi funksiya haqida? Nazorat.
Nazorat.
Ya'ni o'sha qaror ijrosini ta'minlaydigan yuqori turuvchi high level responsibility bo'lishi shart.
Javobgar shaxs bo'ladi, o'sha qarorni
nazorat
qiluvchi.
Bajaruvchi. Masalan, prezident qarorlarini qarasangiz, bosh vazir zimmasi yuklatildi, uning ijrosini nazorat qilish.
Nazorat
bajarish boshqa bir belgilanadi. Ijrosi boshqa tushunlikda. Nazorat qiladigan odam o'sha feedbackni oladi-da. Siz
masalan,
aks holda qarorlar hammasi qog'ozda qolib, uning natijasi bo'lmaydi.
Men masalan aytayotgan sohada qaror direktor aytadi. Qaror bizga tepadan keladi. Vazirlar mahkamasi ta'lim sohasidan keladi, direktor bizga o'sha qaror qo'shimcha qilish haqqi bor. Unga faqat o'sha qonunga zid bo'lmagan holda, ya'ni o'shanga muvofiq qaror beriladi va o'shanga ma'lum vaqt belgilanadi. O'sha vaqt belgilangandan keyin bu qarorni nazorat qilinishini bo'lim boshliqlariga va direktor o'rinbosarlariga tayinlanadi. ya'ni nazorat qilish, bajarish yo'q va bular esa ko'pincha bo'limlar va o'sha kafedra mudirlariga topshiriladi. Uni bajarilishi, bu esa keyinchalik yana o'qituvchilar o'shalar bajariladi.
Savollar qolmadimi? Rahmat. Marhamat, keyingi tavakkal qiling. Upaylar Munistarga tayyor.
Keyin Zagimdor tayyor o'tasiz. Navbatda vakillarimiz ham o'rtoqlar.
Reglament bo'yicha keling, qaraylik iloji.
Boya ishlarni ish qaysidir? Bu olish kerak. Belgilab qo'yish kerak.
Hello, my name is Melissa Bedulaira. I did both my bachelor's and master's degree here in the Russian University of Tourism and Cultural Heritage. My bachelor, I majored my bachelor in tour guiding and interpreters, and my master's was in MBA, Master of Business Administration. And I decided to continue my academic degree in management because while studying business administration, I learned a lot about business and management, and I wanted to continue this field, and I wanted to study more understudied fields. That's why I found during my master's degree. So, may I start my answers? So, the first question is describes the concept of organizing function and the stages of its implementation. Well, the concept of organizing functions is about successfully fulfilling the tasks the manager is responsible to complete. So it has several stages until reaching the ending point. Is the first about the planning. Planning is actually one of the most important factors in a whole management system. And being able to successfully plan the any tasks that we are responsible for can lead to the second part, that is the collecting all the necessary resources. And while collecting all the necessary resources, we can find all the necessary and all the necessary things that we have to complete. And in addition to that, we can find what we need to improve, some blockages, and so on. And after that is bringing all the planned and collected results into action. So organizing, for example, any event, even if it's a small, needs planning and collecting all the data and after bringing into an action and see that result itself. And the second question is a list of factors that undermine a manager's authority and explain ways to eliminate them. So manager is one of the essential positions in any organization. So even a small mistake can undermine its authority and reputation. So one of the biggest factors that can impact on its reputation is irresponsibility, not only irresponsibility of the manager, him or herself, but of the team that he or she manages to. Manager is a person who is responsible not only for his own work, but is the person who is responsible for the work performance of the whole team. And if the team is not available to complete all the tasks, is not available to meet all the deadlines on time, for example, the biggest part of this mistake would be the manager would be responsible for this mistake, and it could undermine the manager's authority in corporation. Also, managers should be well educated and should be
should be educated in the sphere he's working in. For example, if
Hiç savol yok diyorsunuz.
ikkinchi savol.
Bana olsanız keyin savol yok tanımam. Asosiy nazariyasini aytib bersangiz, shu
Popular. And the best way to eliminate the problem is, of course, to lead the manager to get improved a lot. So to leading him, motivating him to do more self-studies, to motivate him to get the necessary degrees. For example, I think if the manager works in some organizations, he or she should complete MBA degrees. Because in that degree, the manager can learn a lot, not only about just an organization, but also working with the team, cooperating with them, and communicating with different people. And the third question is explain how motivation tools in personnel management affect the company's income. Motivation is the very crucial part of managing team. And all the employees should be motivated according to their way of work. For example, there are different people who are considered who work in a company differently. For example, there are people who are more motivated by tangible benefits that are money, bonuses, phones, cars, or something like that. And there are people who do not actually need any tangible bonuses, but prefer to get some recognition from higher positions of people. And actually motivation is very crucial because if the employees are motivated enough to work in a company or organization, their work performance can lead to the high income of the company. And when employees are motivated in a way they actually want to get, this improves not only the work performance, but the work performance actually can lead to the company's income, because all the companies all the companies make money thanks to their workers and their work performance. And question number 4 is, what is the purpose of using sociological research in management? Sociology is also a very important study in our whole world, not only in management. And sociological research can actually help people to improve their necessary skills by working with different people. So manager is a person who always works with people, and to be able to talk to them, being able to behave properly in front of them is very important. And I think sociological research in management teaches managers to successfully fulfill their tasks by being able to communicate correctly.
So thank you for your answers. Have you ever selected your topic or according to your future PhD topic? Have you selected as a supervisor who will be, or maybe the method as well? Have you decided it according to this field?
I actually thought of what topic I am going to fulfill, but I haven't decided the exact topic itself. I did my dissertation in a master's degree about the globalization and its effect on small and medium enterprises.
Mm-hmm.
And while studying this topic, I found that small and medium enterprises topic itself, the sphere itself, is very understudied, especially in Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan and Samarkand itself is very rich with its small and medium enterprises. And I think this field, this sphere itself, should be studied more carefully, and we need to manage to be able. So this topic can be able to. We need to make it so
people from different countries from the whole world itself can know that Uzbekistan has so many small and medium enterprises that are pretty successful actually.
And you haven't selected supervisor as well.
Not yet, yes.
Menga savol bersam bo'ladimi? Hatto savollaringiz rejalashtirish degan savol bor edi. Rejalashtirishning qanaqa turlari bor rejaning?
Rejalashtirishning
Turlari. Ikkinchi savol, voy motivatsiya degan menimcha to'rtinchi savol edi. Men bitta motivatsiya bor. Motivatsiyaning qanaqa nazariyalari bor, ha? Menejmentda motivatsiyaning nazariyalari o'tiladi-da.
Motivatsiyaning Dougal McGregorning X va Y teoriya nazariyalari.
Sigrid nazariyasi nimaga asoslanadi?
X nazariyasi bu ishchilarni aslida dangasa ishlagisi kelmaydigan qilib hisoblashsa, ular mana shu boshqarishga muhtojligini.
O'zi yana qanaqa nazariya bor? Sigrid
Maslow'ning theory of hierarchy degan piramida shaklidagisi.
Shu hierarxiya qanaqa hierarxiya?
Bu 5 ta bosqichdan iborat bo'lib, 5-inchisi bu psixologik muhtojlarga nisbatan bo'lsa,
Yo'q.
Nomi nima o'sha hierarxiyani?
Maslow's hierarchy, theory of hierarchy.
Birinchisi nima ekan? Birinchisi nima ekan?
Birinchisi self esteem, bu odam o'zini samorazvitiyaga erishish.
Birinchi samorazvitiya emas, bor shunaqa narsa, lekin birinchisi emas-da.
Birinchisi pastdagisi,
Osnovadagisi.
Physical and psychological needs. Bu odam o'ziga muhtoj bo'lgan narsalarga erishish.
Biologik ehtiyojlar, Maslow'ning ehtiyojlar piramidasi. Yana qanaqa nazariyalar bor? Bu bir 20-30 ta nazariyasi bor.
Juda ko'p.
McGregorning Sigrid nazariyasi, Maslow'ning ehtiyojlar piramidasi yana qanaqa? Sizni savolingiz shu ekanda shunga beryapti. Ha, shu motivatsiya ekan. Mayli, o'zi men savol.
One question from my side, tell me the role of the global key account managers and regional key account managers and managers.
Role of ACAM and regional managers.
Global key account managers and the regional managers and managers.
Javob yo'q. Savol mana o'zidan yana bir marta eshitmoqchiman. Rahbar obro'siga putur yetkazuvchi omillar sanab berilgan ekan.
Bu rahbar obro'siga putur yetkazishi mumkin bo'lgan omillardan biri bu yetarlicha bilimga ega bo'lmaslik. Rahbar lavozimiga erishgan odam o'zini tagidagi odamlariga
bilimga ega bo'lmaslik.
Yana biri bu mas'uliyatsizlik. Madaniyati va saviyasi past bo'lishlik.
Madaniyatni tartib. Bu bartaraf etish yo'li. Madaniyat o'zi qanday qilib uni madaniyatni qilib mumkin?
Men shu
MBA darajasini o'qiyotganimda juda ko'p kompaniyalar qanday menejerlarini bilimini oshirish haqida ko'rganimda juda ko'p kompaniyalar o'zlarini menejerlariga magistratura darajalarini o'zlari to'lab berib o'qishni taklif qiladigan holatlar ham bo'lishini ko'rgandim. Menimcha menejer darajasiga erishgan odam yetarlicha bilimga ega bo'lish uchun oliy ta'limga ega bo'lishi kerak deb hisoblayman va kompaniyalar o'zlari tomonidan ishchilari shu darajaga
Abdurahman va Zarnigor.
Keyin Sabina chiqadi.
Number 6, Professor. Number 6.
Nega? Hech kerak. Albatta.
Hozir shu kishidan keyin sizni chaqiramiz.
Fikrim bayon bera olmayman agar ko'plikni ayni o'zi topshirsa. Hali beroz bo'l.
Shuning hozir bu kuchli olib bersinki, nima juda zarurmish masala. Ay kuchli endi
Sog'lig'im desam.
Zarnigor.
aytishsangiz bir narsa.
Mana keling. Qiz bola sizga
Professor men sog'lig'im uylangiz qilishim bo'ladi. Masalan, yo'la beryapman. Ba'zi beryapman.
sovuq bo'lganiga.
So'z chiqib keyin javob
Yo,
berasiz.
sovuqqa usta.
Mayli agar yozma ishni tekshirib shunga qarab bu rozi bo'ladigan bo'lsa.
Agar ana bo'lsa hozir so'raylik.
Yo'q.
Mayli, qoldirib.
Ustozlar
Hop.
Agar o'zbekcha qilsangiz qaytib javob bering bo'ladi.
Wikipedia. Marketingda. Yigirib qo'yaylikmi?
Agar juda o'zini yaxshi qilsa qaytib javob bersa ham bo'ladi agar bilmachi.
Hello everyone. I have graduated in Summer Institute of Languages. And my major was engineering. When it comes to master's degree, I graduated this university. My major was management. Hozirgi o'zbek menejmentining shakllanishi. Hozirgi o'zbek menejmentining shakllanishi bu 19-20 asrlarga borib taqaladi. Bunda o'sha Taylor va Fyodor ismli shaxslar
O'zbekcha berasiz.
Taylor va Fyodor shaxslar o'sha menejment boshqaruv shakllarini va ishlab chiqishni o'sha fan sifatida o'rgatilgan. So'ngra esa 1963-yilda bitirib bergan va keyinchalik o'sha oliy o'quv yurtlarida ham alohida fan sifatida o'qitila boshlagan va bu menejment ya'ni o'sha boshqaruv tizimi faqatgina masalan korxonalarda emas, tashkilotlarda ham boshqaruv ishlari mavjud va bu boshqaruv muhim hisoblanadi.
Tegin nimaga?
Xodimlarni baholash natijalarini boshqaruv hollarda qo'llash tartibi. Xodimlarni baholash ularni o'sha ishga qabul qilishdan boshlanadi. Ya'ni o'sha people performance indicator ularning o'sha qobiliyatlari, ularning experience o'sha tajribalari va ularga qarab ular olinadi va ish davomida ham o'sha ularning o'sha ishdagi o'sha qanday natija ko'rsatishlari, berilgan vazifalarni o'z vaqtida bajarishi va shu kabi narsalarga qarab o'sha xodimlarni baholash xodimlar baholanadi va nafaqat xodimlar, balki o'sha menejerlarning o'zlari ham o'sha ularning qobiliyatlariga qarab levellarga bo'linadi. Masalan, top level or middle or and low level manager. Masalan, top level managerlar faqatgina o'sha strategiyalar ishlatsa, middle leveldagi menejerlar ular o'sha korxonalarda, idoralarda o'sha ular strategiyalarni tanishtirish, ularni masalan xodimlar vazifalarini bo'lib berishni bajarishsa, lower level menejerlar esa xodimlar bilan ishlashadi va men o'ylaymanki, aynan xodimlar bilan ishlash va ularni vazifalari, o'sha topshiriqlarni vaqtida berish va ularni topshiriqlarni o'z vaqtida bajarishlarini nazorat qilish bu qiyin deb o'ylayman. Va menejerlar ham mana shu nimalarga baholash maydonlariga, baholash usullariga qarab ular top yoki middle yoki low menejerlarga bo'linishadi. Va uchinchi savol esa menejment samaradorligi tushunchasi va ularni baholash mezonlari. Menejmentning samaradorligi bu o'sha belgilangan maqsadlarga resurslardan oqilona va samarali foydalangan holda erishish hisoblanadi. Resurslar masalan bu natijaga qarab ham mezonlar esa baholash mezonlari resurslar, ya'ni o'sha natija va resurslardan to'g'ri foydalanish va baholash usullari ham kiradi bunga. Resurslardan to'g'ri foydalanish bu nafaqat masalan korxonalarning qaysidir mahsulotni ishlab chiqarishi emas, inson resurslari o'sha HRda ham xodimlar va rahbariyat, masalan menejerlarning o'zi yoki boshqa rahbarlar bilan ham ularning o'rtasidagi munosabatlari ham kiradi bunda. Baholash metodlaridan KPI va benchmarking bor. Bu bir korxona o'z faoliyatini boshqa korxonalar bilan solishtirishi va baholash mezonlariga bu menejerlar o'sha o'z vaqtida va to'g'ri qaror qabul qilishlari ham kiradi. O'sha resurslardan foydalanishda va tashkiliy jarayonlarni boshqarish va ijtimoiy, iqtisodiy, tashkiliy, texnik tomonlarning o'zaro bog'liqligi. Tashkiliy jarayonlarga o'sha menejer har tomonlama e'tiborga olishi kerak. Masalan, agar ijtimoiy taraflama bo'lsa, xodimlar va rahbar o'rtasidagi munosabat. Iqtisodiy taraflama bu korxona daromadlari, foydalarini hisoblagan holda xarajatlarni kamaytirish va tashkiliy texnik tomonlama esa bu texnik resurslardan to'g'ri va oqilona foydalanish. Ularning o'zaro bog'liqligiga kelganda, masalan, agarda xodimlar va rahbar o'rtasidagi munosabat yaxshi bo'lsa, ular qo'llab-quvvatlanib tursa, ular yaxshi ishlashadi va masalan bunda daromad, o'sha korxona daromadi ham yaxshi bo'ladi va korxona daromadi yaxshi bo'lgandan keyin esa iqtisodiy jihatdan o'sha xarajat kamaytirilib va daromad ko'paytirilganda, bundan keyin texnik resurslardan foydalanish, masalan, ba'zi bir texnik vositalar sotib olinganda, ularning xodimlarning ishlari kamaytirilgan holda texnik vositalarda to'g'ri foydalanish va ko'proq foydalanish mumkin bo'ladi.
Magistraturani nechinchi yil tugatdingiz? Nimaga bu yo'nalishni tanlayapsiz menejmentni?
Magistratura
Bakalavriatda ba'zi sabablarga ko'ra o'qilmagan turizm sohasida bu universitetda va keyinchalik yana baribir shu yerga topshirishga qaror qildim va o'sha I want to explore more and that's why I chose this direction.
Mavzu tanlaganmi?
Mavzu magistraturada dissertatsiya yozganimda o'sha davom ettirmoqchiman. Unda Strategic Human Resource Practices edi. Unda umumiy yozganman va bunda men hozir masalan korxonalar, o'sha turagentство va mehmonxonalar xususida olmoqchiman.
Siz shu yerda ko'rsatdilar, inson resurslari bilan mehnat resurslari farqi nimada?
İnsan resurslari bu o'sha xodimlar hisoblansa, resurslar va mehnat bilan ishlab chiqarilgan mahsulotlar va o'sha xodimlarning bajargan ishlari natijalari.
Mehnat resurslari.
Mahsulotlar ishlab chiqarilgan.
Den yoshiga qo'yilgan farzandi mehnat resurs.
Bunda savollar bo'lmoqda.
Endi savol bera olmayman men chunki
Savol beraman. Agar savol o'qishdan bo'lsa, zaten nechta maqola chop etgansiz?
Bu yo'nalish bo'yicha uchta.
Jurnallardami, oq ro'yxatga kirgan jurnalmi? Maqolani tezismi, jurnalni buni ayta olasizmi?
Bitta maqola va ikkita tezis berilgan.
Maqolangiz qaysi jurnalda chiqdi?
elektronik juda.
Elektronlarda.
Kind of problems with
So, could you list I think, could you list the 3 top business school or management school in the world and who most famous scholars in the field of management? And which university you say, according to your opinion, in Uzbekistan is the best management PhD program in? You don't know, you mean? Or you don't understand?
And but I can't mention it.
Okay.
Of foreign language. Degree in this university, Silk Road Languages Management. So the last year I graduated with master's degree, and I love this university. I appreciate it, and that is why I applied this university. Tak, motivatsiyaning nazariy va samarali motivatsiya tamoyillari shuki. Tak, motivatsiya bu o'zi rag'batlantirish. İngliz tilida ham bera olaman, lekin ingliz tilida yaxshi tushuntira olmadim. Motivatsiyaning mazmuni o'zi rag'batlantirish va ruhlantirish. Shu korxona kompaniya rahbarlari tomonidan o'sha ishchilarni rag'batlantiriladi, ya'ni rag'batlantirish ikki turga bo'linadi, moddiy va nomoddiy. Moddiy rag'batlantirish bu oyliklarning ko'tarilishi yoki bo'lmasam undan tashqari premiya bor, mana shular moddiy rag'batlantirishga kiritiladi. Nomoddiy rag'batlantirish esa o'sha jamoaning oldida, kollegalarning oldida o'sha ishchini rag'batlantirish, ya'ni sertifikat, har xil diplom yoki medallar bilan birlash marosimlari kiradi. Keyin esa boshqaruvning chiziqli shtabi va funksiyalari tuzilmalarini taqqoslang. Boshqaruv tizimi va funksiyalari, boshqaruv tizimi asosan hokimlikligi bo'lishi kerak, tartib qoidalari motivatsiya va nazorat bo'lishi kerak va uning tamoyillari mehnat taqsimoti, ilmiyligi, samaradorligi, rivojlanishi va nazorat. Chiziqli boshqaruv shtabi esa chiziqli boshqaruv shtabida asosan bir kishiga bo'ysuniladi. U kichik korxonalar, kompaniyalarda bo'ladi. Shu chiziqli shtabli boshqaruvda o'sha korxonalarda asosan ayrim grafiklar masalan bunday axborot nimalariga bog'langanki, o'sha texnologiyalarga bog'langan. Masalan, grafiklar orqali o'sha bozor iqtisodiyotidagi rivojlanishini ko'rishimiz mumkin. Misol uchun, Samsung va Apple kompaniyasini oladigan bo'lsak, saytga kirib yozganimizda, masalan, qaysi kompaniyada ko'proq savdo bo'lgan, u xohlaganimizni ko'ra olishimiz mumkin. Masalan, bir yilligi, bir oyligi. Uchinchi savolga qarorlarni ijro yo'nalishi va ularni bajarishni nazorat qilish va bosqichlarni bayon etish. O'sha qarorlarni ijro yo'nalishi, ya'ni ular qarorlar birinchi navbatda aniq bo'lishi kerak, aniqlik bo'lishi kerak, maqsadliligi bo'lishi kerak, moslashuvchanligi va o'sha qo'yilgan vaqti, ya'ni muddati bo'lishi kerak, keyin xavfsizligi bo'lishi kerak. O'sha qarorlarni keyin o'sha ijro etish paytida o'sha korxonalar, masalan, korxona rahbarlari tomonidan yig'ilish o'tkaziladi va o'sha qaror taqdim etiladi va ularni nazorat qiladi. Ya'ni ishchilar bilan o'sha ma'lum bir maqsad qo'yiladi. O'sha qaror qilishdan avval ma'lum bir maqsadga oid o'shalar moslashishini rahbarlar tomonidan kuzatiladi. Keyingisi hujjatlar bilan ishlash, tashkil etish va hujjatlarni to'plamlash tamoyillarini izohlash. Bunda to'g'risi ozgina qiynaldim. Asosan o'zimning fikrim, hujjatlar bilan asosan menejerlar ishlashardi. Bu HR managerga ham bog'liq, ya'ni ishchilarning personal dokumentlari отдельно saqlanadi, korxona dokumentlari отдельно hamda o'sha ishlab chiqarishdagi masalan qancha miqdorda narsalar o'sha sotilganini dokumentlari, o'sha hujjatlari отдельно turishiga asosan o'sha korxonaning menejerlarining vazifasi deb o'ylayman. Savollar bo'lsa?
Rahmat. Qanot shunda savol bor.
Savollaringiz savol chiziqli shtabli chiziqli shtabli boshqaruv.
O'sha chiziqli shtabli boshqaruv tizimida asosan o'sha bir kishiga bo'ysuniladi. Bir kishiga bo'ysuniladi va bu asosan kichik korxonalar.
Aslida bir kishiga bo'ysuniladi. Boshqaruvda yakka
boshqaruv tamoyili, boshqaruv funksiyasi umumiy. Boshqaruv shtabli chiziqlisi.
Nimaga shtabli deb qo'yilgan? Shtabli deb nima? Shtabli degan so'z ishlatilgan. Kichik korxonalarda qanday shtab bo'ladi? Kichik korxonalar uchun xos emas chiziqli shtabli. Mayli bu keyin o'qib olasizda nazariyasida boshqacharoq. Bu menda savollar yo'q.
You have published several papers. I think you have the advantage of language. But I think my suggestion is you need to pay more attention to publish such kind of theoretical, in-depth research based on some statistics or something that will be more helpful and also you as a PhD student, we need to pay more attention to the publish on such kind of mainstream. Never no matter this is in local journal or the international journal, should publish such kind of journal in this field. Another here I concerned about have you learned any such kind of, because your background is language, do you have any background in the research methodology? What kind of research methodology you have learned? Yeah, especially the quantitative research methodology. Or have you learned any such kind of statistic software? How do you apply such kind of statistic software?
Study of strategical management and sustainable tourism, and like so many. I have so many research, and you know my research like one introduction, literature review methodology, discussion parts, and conclusion. That's all. Mesela sorularım şu metodlarını metoddan sonra şu numaralarını kaydırmada yazılganını aytsam bo'ladimi?
Bu kişiden statistik metodlarını soruyor. Statistik metod, statistik işler, programlardan soruyor.
I use Zotero for the literature review and Grammarly in order to correct my grammar mistake. And, so
It's i.e. the voiding as we do in calculus.
Tekshirgansizlikda ustoz.
Ruxsat bersalar savol bersam, hurmatli ustozlar. Hurmatli talabgor Sabina Alisher qizi, rahmat sizga javoblaringiz uchun. Men savolim shundan iboratki, sizda hozirgi jarayonda qandaydir bir ilmiy tadqiqot faoliyatingizga daxldor bo'lgan ishlar boshlandimi? Boshlangan bo'lsa, ular qanaqa darajada? Qaysi ilmiy rahbar bilan ishni boshlagansizlar? Shular to'g'risida qisqacha ma'lumot bersangiz, rahmat.
magistrlik davom paytida o'sha bitiruv dissertatsiyam Nariza Rahimova bilan birgalikda Nilufar Rahimova va Nariza Mansurova bilan birgalikda bo'lgan, ikkalari bilan ham ishlaganman. O'sha dissertatsiyamni mavzusi bilan yana davom ettirmoqchiman.
Mavzungiz nima edi?
Strategic management, sustainable development.
Shu mavzuda siz davom ettirasiz.
Menda kichkinagina savol bor. Mana bu savol bo'yicha hujjatlar bilan ishlashni tashkil etish va hozirgi paytda hujjatlar bo'yicha ishlash uchun platformalar chiqdi. Bu zamon talabi.
Bozor iqtisodiyoti bo'limidan qog'ozdan qutilish uchun bizda masalan pastda o'sha pastda ishlayman, ekspert inputlarni o'shalar davlatlarni masalan nechtasi chiqdi, nechtasi kirdi, analizlarini kompyuterdan masalan axborot texnologiyalari bilan birgalikda ko'rib chiqishni
davlat idoralarida hozir qaysi hujjat bilan ishlashda platforma majburiy etib qo'yilgan, u ashada bir tomondan yaxshi bo'lgan. Davlat idoralari o'rtasida ijro degan boshqa savolimiz yo'q.
Suali katta kaminasi. Hech kim ketmaydi. Ataylab bo'lmagan kaminni uyiga ketsin.
Dizaynga bitta kamin.
Dikkat yok mu? Bana bak gitti mi? Baktı gitti mi?
Bir yerde pause.
Hadi ne var şurada tanrıları yani kimi de ayo bili dogen de kigen bu ya. Ama öyle.
She's not introduced herself. Mhm.
Let me introduce myself. My bachelor's degree I've received in the Institute of Foreign Languages. I've graduated that institute, and after that, I decided to enter Silkroad University, and the sphere of my master's degree was logistics. However, I couldn't find myself in this sphere. Tried to shift from one sphere to another, and last year I decided to apply my documents in a PhD degree in the tourism sphere. However, unfortunately, I couldn't pass, and now I try to concentrate mostly on marketing, how to improve the service of tourism in Uzbekistan.
Excuse me, you Mehrangiz Shavkatov. Yeah. Number 11, Professor.
The student, the other.
Yeah, compliment.
May I start from the first question?
Yes.
The first question is analyze the evolution of concepts of marketing. Well, let me first tell about the differences between the marketing of goods and marketing of services. Tourism is related to the services, not to the goods. There are difference between these two options. For example, while we can touch, feel, taste the goods, we cannot touch the service. We can just experience that. We can be emotionally connected with that, have good experiences or bad experiences with that services. And there are 5 concepts of marketing, but it was in the beginning of 20th century, there was the production concept that was concentrated only producing the goods in a large amount, not thinking about the how to sell that, about the quality of the products. After that, there was implemented the concept about the product. In this concept, the people who begin to run their business started thinking about the quality of the product. And after that, there was the concept about the selling concept, how to promote their products to the people, how to decrease the prices of the products in order to make people more satisfied with the price and the quality. And in the 1960s, there was implemented the concept of marketing, and it was implemented by the Philip Kotler. Before this, in the beginning of 20th century, there wasn't the word of marketing. After the Philip Kotler,
people started to think about how to promote their products, how to think about the needs of the people, not only on product producing their things. And the last one is social ethical concept. And the second question is about the historical developments of marketing complexes here. 4P. Well, it was, as I said before, it was implemented by the Philip Kotler in 1916s. 4P first of all was introduced. It was about the product, then price, after that place, and the promotion. Firstly, they were thinking about the quality of product, and after that, how to make the prices lower in order to satisfy people and the place and promotion. After that, in 1918s, there was these concepts was enlarged by 3 P's. It was about the people, process, and physical evidence. These are the main P's that was implemented in marketing. The next question about the connection between взаимосвязь между состоянием спроса и типами маркетинга, чем отличается маркетинговая стратегия в ситуациях отрицательного, скрытого и чрезмерно высокого спроса. There are 3 types of demands. The first one is refusal, as I could translate it, отрицательный refusal. The second one is hiding, maybe it's a bit hiding, and the third one is high demand. The first one is refusal. Demand is when people don't want to purchase that product because they don't know the quality of the product, or they're afraid of purchasing that. The second one is hiding, that when person want something new that is not yet implemented. For example, before it was people were thinking about eco-friendly cars. That's why the people who want to run their business should make the analyze and should have a conversation with people and know their needs, and to be the first to produce in something innovative. The third one is high demand. It's when the customer is already loyal to the things that he already bought, and it means that that person always buys that products. And the fourth one is the marketing informational system. The role of marketing informational system. Well, informational system of marketing plays a crucial role in running different kind of businesses. First of all, people that want to run their business know their goal, what they want to produce for people and for what kind of segments. And after that, they have to gather the data according to different kind of types. For example, there can be conversations and others. And after that, they should be used analysis or the analysis of that researches. For example, how many people are in need of that product, or how many people try to purchase that things. And there are different kind of analyzing systems. For example, analyzing of businesses, for example, PEST and SWOT. The PEST is means politics, economics, society, technology, ecology, and legacy. And the SWOT is the strengths of the business, the weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And after all these informations that have been gathered, they try to put in work to continue. And the last one is unfortunately not familiar with that. A constructie e a compreensão
Professor, do you have any questions to the candidate?
Birinci savunum uzun marketing konsepti degan konsepti bu shu производствоdan boshlab produkt nimadan boshlab shu odamlarga qanday qilib yo'q konsepti so'zning ma'nosi uchun o'zi İkinci savolim ijtimoiy axloqiy marketing konsepti deyiladi. Oxirgi 5 konsepsiya o'shani mohiyatini ochib bermadingizda, shuni so'ramoqchi edim. Sotsial-etическая nima ekologiyaga to'g'ri keladimi, shu производство etikaga to'g'ri